Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to The Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm every day.
BoxingVoice.com.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
I must be the greatest.
Let's get that done. I've been here before and I know what it takes. It's hard work, dedication. BoxingVoice.com. Mayweather is he's the best.
Win, lose, or draw, we coming to fight. Can't nobody take that away. We're coming to fight.
They do what they can, I do what I want.
When you look at how he throws that left hook, it starts out really low. We're going to see what kind of character he has.
Oh, and the lefts and rights by Maidana. And it's all Marcos Maidana here. A lot of those punches off his shoulder. I think anybody out there listening or the key, anybody, you think that that's a dangerous deal to make. I think it's a perfect deal to make.
BoxingVoice.com.
15 minutes. Can you be strong for 15 minutes? Can you? Listen, the concentration is leaving a little bit. Pick it up. Pick it up!
Some things about we got to deal with his body shots. I don't think you want to be that close to us. He's talking about letting the left hook go, then you're going to take the left hook. Let's get that done.
Look, the fire's coming. Are you ready for the fire? Look, we're firemen. We are firemen! The heat doesn't bother us. We live in the heat. We train in the heat.
BoxingVoice.com.
Let's get that done.
Danny, how much of the difference is it for you at this weight?
You like weight, man?
Yeah, I'm working out. I lost like 35 everybody's a threat.
Puerto Rico, Miguel
BoxingVoice.com.
We're not going to do that. We're going to take this fight against Keith. We're going to get less than you, Keith, but we're going to get more the second time. So go ahead and make it 2 times.
BoxingVoice.com. My job is to focus on boxing, going out there being the best that I can be.
All right, you men receive my instructions. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands. I want you to touch gloves now, man. You're boxing at the bell. Good luck, let's go.
BoxingVoice.com. BoxingVoice.com.
Come Saturday, I think somebody's going to get stalked. We don't know who, but, I'm pretty confident in myself. And we're ready.
BoxingVoice.com.
I must be the greatest.
BoxingVoice.com. Good! BoxingVoice.com. Good morning, TBV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Special one today since we do have boxing. And if you're a boxing fan, you're at the right place because we're going to be previewing and predicting today's fights on ProBox. Shout out to ProBox. Always got to give a lot of love to ProBox, man. They are definitely keeping boxing alive. I'm old enough to have been watching Boxing After Dark and Friday Night Fights and shit. Even when the PBC started, man, we had Spike Tuesdays and things like that. And those days are gone and, long and gone, right? But shout out to ProBox that has brought it back. In a sense, it's kind of developmental fights. You get a lot of undefeateds. And this week, Wednesday, today, from Plant City, you have a very, very tough fight in the main event. You have Luciano Luis Feliciano versus Myquan Williams. And we definitely know Myquan Williams. And Feliciano, we know he was in a contract with Golden Boy that kind of held up his career. He's out of that now, and he's been able to do this pro box fight. So, we're going to be previewing and predicting the entire Plant City Pro Box TV card, headlined by Luis Feliciano and Myquan Williams. We'll also be discussing Terence Crawford and his new plans. He sets his sights on Tszyu. It looks like we finally have moved on and away from this Earl Spence fight. Obviously, Terence has said a lot on Twitter, but he definitely indicated to his fans that, the fight with Earl is done, gone, and over. Yesterday, he posted that he's in the gym, and, he posted back at it, right? So, also, his team, Bernie the Boxer, took to his YouTube channel and made it abundantly clear that he was in the gym with Crawford and that they spoke, verbally spoke. This is not Bernie assuming what's going to happen. This is Bernie speaking to his best friend, the pound-for-pound fighter, and Terence Crawford revealing to him many things, some that I'm, going off cap here. He said things like he feels his best when he's fighting. He feels young, ready. He really, really, really wants Canelo, but his eyes are set on Tszyu if he cannot get that Canelo fight. Bernie made it clear that, Jaron is a great fight, a big fight, but not a fight that is ready at the moment unless someone is willing to put the finances. Now, he didn't come out and say the Sheik, but who else could he be talking about? Who else is going to pay for that fight? Bernie just doesn't believe that Boots is economically there, but he doesn't ever turn down that fight or put down that fight. He clearly shows that Boots, and says that Boots is the most popular amongst, the young and up and coming. But I see you, Danny. What up, champ? How are you? Good morning.
Top of the morning, bro. How I sound? Hold on.
Sound a little far.
There we go. Better?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How are you? Top of the morning. Top of the morning.
Chilling, man. Chilling. I don't know. Did you see the video with Bernie? Probably not, right?
Nah. I saw people talking about it on Twitter this morning, but or making. There was a conversation. There was an ongoing conversation about a tweet, and I saw some comments on that, but I didn't actually see the video.
Yeah, let me show some of those tweets.
So the rematch not happening?
I don't think so. It certainly doesn't look like that. And based off what Bernie said, no. Bernie made it seem like, what is it? He made it seem like the universe handled the rematch. But
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, again, I said that there was a contract with a date on it, so I thought for those reasons, it could work out to where they don't have to do it. But we never know. It was a big fight at the gate. Let's not forget that. I think they did like 16, 17 million at the gate.
Yeah, that's a lot of money, bro. But let me just show you this little exchange right here. Just shows you enough. This is Crawford going at it with his nemesis, Ray Jackson. And Ray posted a video of Earl sparring a heavyweight. And he's like, oh, this version of Earl would do Terence bad. So Terence says, I can't stand this dude, laugh out loud. And then whatever he says back. And then Terence says, yeah, I heard. Sorry for your loss. But I think that's for his father, because I know Ray had suffered a loss. But then Terence comes back, right? He's like, let me know when you get some free time. I want to go a few rounds with you. He said, I was just in Dallas. So someone else jumps in the conversation, says, laughing my ass off. I look forward to the rematch. Terrence says, keep hope alive. So you know that's sarcasm. But he got his own where he just came out. He just tweeted so much over the last couple days that, you feel me, I'm out here looking for it.
Yo, obviously I can't see the tweets live. I'm I'm on the delay like everybody else on YouTube, but it's funny because in previous tweets, just the last weeks and months and stuff, Bud been calling him his son and going in, and you feel me, like
with
shit
Ray.
been, oh yeah. Like I'm pretty sure it went as far as like perhaps maybe talking about like mothers.
Yeah. Damn, man, I can't find
You
this
feel me?
Crawford
It was
tweet
funny.
where it is a tweet. I mean, somebody sent it to me. I know y'all got it. Where he says, Alex, hook me up. Where he says something like, I'm glad it's over or some shit. And we all know he talking about the Spence fight. Damn, I should have had this before, huh? I thought it was going to be easy, but homeboy went on a Twitter tweet fucking. He got too many, man. I don't know. I'm going to let somebody send it to me. Fuck all that. But outside of that, it's like I said, Bernie is confirming that the rematch isn't happening, and he's confirming that Crawford is setting his sights on Tszyu, that the goal is still to be 4-time champion now. So they going after, Tszyu, and he even mentioned Charlo if, those things could happen. I wanted to text Bernie and be like, yo, well, what network? You feel me? Is this Tszyu and Crawford fight gonna take place on? And is there a timeline, or is this just Crawford saying, you know what? I'm done with Earl, and let's see if we can get a Tszyu fight. Remember that Tim is already allegedly in some sort of conversations with Virgil Ortiz. But Kerry G, I just received Yo King counterpunch, but I don't see you on the line. All right. But don't let me forget, my man sent the kingy. But yeah, get into the Pro Box. I'm very excited for this card. You guys really should be tuning in. This is absolutely free.
Building?
Yeah, I'm going to be in the building. This is absolutely free, so I won't be doing a live fight chat because I'm going to go to these fights because I got a couple of, people I rock with. Like I already talked about, the main event, certainly a very good main event. Someone is going to win a WBA regional title and will be put into position, certainly get ranked in the top 15 in the junior welterweight division, which is right now a stacked division. You have your Tiyos, your Haneys, your Hitchisons, and Matias's. Who else is there? I'm missing Liam Paro. A lot of people, a lot of names. Montana Love might have lost the zone deal, but he's still a name. On the undercard, you got a welterweight that I hope pans out. He trains with K. Karoma, and he's been with him for a long time, since the amateurs. He signed to James Prince. We've talked about this kid a lot on this show. I've already revealed that I've seen him sparring Carlos Adames and looking amazing. He's going to be taking on Colombian Christian Baez. And, he didn't get his knockout the last time out, Rojas. I really thought he would do it. He's also Cuban-Puerto Rican, right, Danny?
Who's that?
Bro, what are you doing
Rojas?
over there? Yeah.
Yes. No, Cuban Mexican, I thought.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
I knew it was
sure-
I knew it was some too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's Cuban Mexican. My bad. I was getting caught up with some of the stuff in the pre-pro.
He's 12-0, 11 KOs, and the last fight is the one that did not, it went the distance. I was a little disappointed.
For the first time.
It was an 8-rounder, though, and yeah. I don't know. They kind of stepped him back, too, which made no sense because he got the stoppage at the Cosmopolitan, and maybe because of finances, they offered him an 8-rounder, and he ended up getting the decision because, he had already stepped up to 10-rounders. That was his first 10-rounders. But if you look at his record, he is all over the place. He'd be doing 8. Like, his first fight was 4. Second fight was 8. Third fight was 6. Fourth fight was 6. Fifth fight went to 4. Then back to 6, then back to 8, then 8, then 8, then back to 6, then 10, then back to 8. So there's no rhyme or reason to what's going on here other than, I can assume other than finances, or slot time, not being enough or having to fill, one of the two. But very interested in Rojas. He looks the part in the gym. He's a hard worker, always working, and pretty grounded too. Still a young guy. I don't think that he's, lost any focus. So it's going to be exciting to see him. I'm expecting him to perform. Christian Baez, he's 32.
First 10-rounder, right?
No, this will be his second.
Second 10-rounder now?
Yeah. Christian Baez is 32. He does hold a upset win over Kevin Johnson, the very famous sparring partner out there where Danny's at in Las Vegas. And Kevin is so good in the gym, crazy that he lost a 10-round decision to this guy. But right after that, Petros Ayanan did beat Baez by knockout in Plant City on ProBox. So he is coming into this fight with Freddie off of a 7th-round knockout. But before that is where he got the upset win over Kevin Johnson. He's from Venezuela, excuse me. I thought it was Colombia, but he's from Venezuela. And all 3 of his losses come by knockout. So, for us Rojas fans, that's a good thing, We're hoping when Rojas lands, this kid falls apart. But he does have power. Out of the 19 wins, he's got 17 of those come by KO. So this is probably one of the best cards they've put on. I'm not even going to front. Now, maybe it feels that way because I'm so invested and know these kids. But truthfully, I believe that. What up?
Have you checked your sports books? Because I know it's on the line for a few of the bookies.
Yeah, no. My bookie has it. My bookie has it. And I really don't know what to do. Because the next fight is the one that I do want to bet on. And I want to bet on my boy. You know that. I'm biased. It's like I can't help but be invested in a kid I've watched train so much and watch spar so much. Honestly, some of my betting friends already think Jacob Gomez is going to get the decision. I don't believe that. I know you don't like Ezekiel neither. You're not as high as Ezekiel as me, but I've always been high on him.
No. I mean, you've seen him so much more than me, though. But my question to you is, when's the last time you watched them work?
No, that's the bad part, right? So outside of not being able to watch him work, he's coming back to boxing. He left. So, but again, I know how hard he works. I mean, look at his weigh-in pick. Bro ain't even struggling to make the weight. And he's a man of God. In and out the ring, But again, I'm so biased, right? I want to see him win. So I could be telling myself these things so that I do see him win. But I know his discipline. And I know he's awkward, bro. He's a southpaw for starters, and he throws that left it's like loopy on some Maidana shit. People don't see it. He's got great footwork, great stamina, and you know his trainer don't play. His trainer, bro, that's the one thing that Gil Martinez is known for in Vegas is all his fighters will be in shape. They're not going to be tired. Now, this kid, this is first camp back. You know what I'm saying? This is first camp back. So he's in an uphill battle for sure, man. He's in an uphill battle for sure. But I've watched Jacob Gomez. He not nice like that. He like, and he can't punch like that. It's if you're going to bet the upset, this is the time. I'm telling you, it could possibly happen. Obviously, my guy got the layoff, but it's not a giant layoff. I mean, you could check the box rate. It's not a giant layoff. Like, even if the time from his last fight.
Have you talked? See, cause I'm curious to know. Like, all right, cool. You ain't been fighting, but like, what you been doing?
Nothing. Working. He was working. But look at the picture. Bro, that ain't a kid that struggled to make weight. That's a happy kid, bro. I know this kid. Bro. I never seen him struggle to cut weight, even though I ain't gonna front. I did catch them one day. He was drinking some shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? He's like, nah, my coach make me some shit to help me cut weight. I'm like, oh, all right. Some weird drink-looking Mexican shit, but I'm like, all right. But, you know, it's like one of them drinks that make you sweat and stuff like that because he had the whole suit on. But I'm just not big on Jacob. I hope Alex has time to call in today. He watches Pro Box. I know, Keem, you watch Pro Box. I'm not big on Jacob. I'm just not. You feel me? And Borrero, he's the one from Vegas. He's the one that's always gotten that high-level work. He sparred with Haney. He sparred with multiple people. I don't know what Jacob's been doing. Jacob got the advantage of the activity. He's been on Pro Box, I don't know, maybe his last couple fights. I'm on the count right now. I'm pulling it up. Apologies. Jacob Bradley Gomez Zayas. I wonder if it's this Xander Zayas' little brother. Look, he just had a draw in Mexico, and he been on Pro Box 1-2 fights in a row. Before the draw in Mexico, he was on Pro Box. And look, another one here on Pro. Man, my man been on Pro Box from the beginning, so he's a favorite. He's going to be the house favorite, but that's okay. That's how we like it. He ain't got no power. You feel me? It say 62%, but I'm telling you, I've watched his Pro Box fights. I don't miss Pro Box.
I mean, look.
He ain't got no power like that, like that I'm worried about.
Yeah, I was gonna say for the most part, if you look at his record, he's getting a lot of the knockouts. Most of his stoppages, he's getting them to guys with losing records. You know, so.
And that's what I know. I can count on that. My dog is a guy. I mean, my guy is a dog. That's what I meant to say. I can count on Ezekiel for sure being a dog, man. And awkwardness, bro. I'm telling you, he got good footwear. I can't wait for this fight. I hope he pans out, you know? It's always unfortunate when you see these kids suffer a loss and you know they need these wins, man. But
I mean, look, I think for Ezekiel, he knows what's on the line for him, and you know, I think he may bring something out, you know, that we just ain't seen, or you know, have to dig deep, you know, to make a statement.
I hope, because I know you ain't never been as high as him on him as me. Like, even when they need people, I'll be like, yo, why you don't tell him get Ezekiel? And Danny be looking at me like, really? We talking about world-class fighters. You talking about Ezekiel. I like what he could do, bro. I'm telling you, he going to shock us. Even if he don't
Nah,
win.
but nah, but I'm saying you'll give him. What weight class does he fight at now?
This fight is taking place at I guess 30.
Right, and you'll suggest him for guys that are 35, 40 pounders, so they're looking for 40 and 47s. You feel me?
Yeah, because I know he spars up. Remember, I seen him sparring, and granted, you know, this ain't a big name because it's not a boxer, but man, he beat the shit out of that dude Diaz.
Nah, I remember you telling
He
me. I
beat the
remember you
shit, and
telling me.
I couldn't believe it because that dude looked my weight. You know, at that time I was in the gym. I'm like, God damn, bro. I
Yo,
was
but
super impressed.
he's probably like one of the people on this planet that puts gloves on and smokes more than you.
Nah, for sure, for sure, for sure. But you still let a 30-pounder beat the fuck out of you in front of the whole gym. Beat the fuck out of you, bro. Let me tell you. I don't know. I like Ezekiel, and he's a runner. Again, it's the mentality of the trainer, right? Like, think about this. Anybody that's been to gyms, what gym do you know that you get to your gym, your trainer makes you stretch, do jump rope, and you automatically got to go run on the treadmill 3 miles. Then you do your boxing workout. Like, I know kid coming in shape for sure. I know he coming in shape. That I
Do you
know
know how long he's been back in the gym?
for the whole camp. I've been talking to him for the whole camp. He had time for this fight and everything. And again,
So
it was like
how long
religious
was the
shit.
camp, bro?
Let me see if I got the exacts on my DMs. But yeah, I feel like it was more religious
No, I'm just
reasons.
making sure. I'm just making sure they ain't getting them on no short notice.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay.
Damn, I went to the wrong Ezekiel. This Flores, that's the one that fought Carmel Moulton. But yeah, Keem and Alex, I do want y'all to call. Both y'all being from Florida.
Yo, who anybody meeting you at the fights tonight?
Yeah, my man Jonathan Kidder, man. Shout out Jonathan. So let me check my messages.
Yo, this shit weird because I'm still waking up like normal time as if I had to, head to the studio. But in reality, it's like I don't. So now I got like all this time. So it's like, yeah, bro, I just been chilling. This shit kind of nice working from home, ain't it, Nuss?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like this. I had time to smoke a whole L, came in, got my second cup of coffee.
Yeah, so I've only been communicating with him for a month.
Okay. I mean,
And
it's not like the greatest.
I said, didn't you retire? And he said, was retiring, but decided to come back and start my career again. Then days passed by, and we kept talking, and then he came back. He was like, yo, I got a fight already lined up next month against an undefeated guy in Florida, 9-0. Contract still being worked on. So he had been knowing, so he was working. Look, not worried, honestly. Sparring has been pretty good, and the camp has been, honestly, the best I've had so far. But, those are kind of normal talking points. But he says, coach think I'm doing good. Let me hit up his coach. But, they on Vegas time. But they out here, I guess, right?
Yeah.
They should be out here.
I mean, shit, they better be.
Right?
The fight is tonight. I hope they ain't just now flying in.
Then that'll be the setup. Nah, they did. Gil already got a picture. And he looks good, look, right? Like, time to shine tomorrow.
He was smiling. Nah,
yeah,
look,
so he made weight here with his trainer. He looking happy. I don't know. I think we all right, man. I think we got an upset on our hands, bro. I'm telling you.
But they got a mess.
Bro, you see my girl Joanna caught a knockout?
I
Yeah.
didn't. What?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Shout out to Ibn
Good shit.
Kaysen,
Good
man.
shit.
His girl got one. She I guess is now 6-0, 6 KOs or some shit.
I'm not sure, but no, that's good. Obviously, you know, especially being a girl,
I got the video actually.
you know, especially being a girl, knockouts are harder to come by. So, you know,
I'm actually gonna show
Jonathan
her.
Kidder, member for 37 months at the prospect level, says, Danny, we met at the Players Club Detroit for Clarissa. Yeah, my boy, what's up with you?
Yeah, that's who I'm meeting with. He
Yeah.
be having that
So wait,
fueguillo.
where he live at though?
I mean, I met him out here years ago, so I think he is somewhere in South Florida.
Oh, so he flew to Detroit. Jonathan, you flew to Detroit for Clarissa?
Of course.
That's player, and he bought the VIP package. That's player. Yo, check your messages, Ness.
Which ones?
Your text messages.
Got you.
But if you are tuned in, make sure to hit this thumbs up. I know some of y'all want to get it out of members mode.
No, I'm not.
I love members
They don't
mode.
say I'm screen sharing.
Nah, I'm telling you. Bro.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to. I'm about to show y'all Joanna because I'm hoping that she pans out. You know, I get invested in these people. So this is Joanna. She's an actress turned boxer, but she can actually box. I gotta show you this weigh-in because women ain't doing this. So this is her weigh-in.
Ring to the blue corner, Joanna New.
No. That's the ring walk. Hold on. Let me show you her weigh-in. She out of control. Maybe it's this. Is this the way? Yeah, this is the way.
Pretty girls walk like this.
Yo, this her weigh-in, Danny. Yo, she straight did like that's her opponent, but she dancing. Yo, bro, this is her weigh-in, y'all. Look, she pot locking at the weigh-in. She came with high over the knee boots to the weigh-in. I swear to God. But yo, look, she's still gyrating before stepping on the motherfucking scale. I'm trying not to play the music. So, okay, now that was just the weigh-in. Cool. Watch the ring walk. And look, you could tell this is a club level show. She's trying to do her best for what she's got going on.
The blue corner, Joanna Nuambro.
Yeah, I'm glad he pronounced it and not me. It's Joanna Nuambro.
But you will respect.
Okay, she loved the music. Not a lot of people in the venue. That's okay. We picking up these wins and we gonna see y'all at the top, motherfuckers. Look, more dancing. More dancing. Now, this fight night now. She wasting energy getting to the ring. Still got the stoppage, FYI. Look, she still ain't make it to the ring because she doing the Dougie. Or whatever, to wipe me down. Or whatever. You know I'm old. Okay, so there's more people in the front. They ringside, Danny. What you mean? Shit sold out to the front.
I ain't talk shit. You did.
Yo, she's still dancing. Look, she ain't make it to the ring yet. You know, thankfully she got the knockdown and a knockout because imagine doing all this shit and not getting the win.
Obviously I'm a little behind than you. But yo, she almost ran into Ibn. Ibn had a backup with the flag. Like, oh shit, my bad.
Bruh, so let me show you the knockout. This is one of the knockdowns.
Ignorant boxer saying Ebony Bridges 1.5.
I mean, but she could actually punch though. Did you see that? Like, even if you think the opponent is a nobody, them shots was real. Watch. Boop, bop. Come on, fams. That's that. Look at that. Look at the way the girl got up. Nah. Ain't a lot of girls in boxing punching like that. I don't give a fuck. What? Nah, not like that. So let me see if this is a different one.
Nah, I'm agreeing with you. She cracked ass. Off the pivot.
Look at these highlights.
Off the pivot.
So yeah, show my girl, Joanna. Hopefully she get an opportunity. You see, all the stars know her because she's a movie star in her country. But yeah, shout out to her. She just picked up her win. Shout out to her coach, Ibn. That's my boy. Hopefully they keep getting to the top. Actually, Ibn has another one. Danny didn't know. His other guy, Rob Safar, is fighting Kovalev. That's right. Motherfuckers don't even know Rob. Plus, he the only, third Swedish fighter?
I mean, I know Rob.
No, I know you know Rob. They don't know Rob. Audience-wise.
Right.
And I'm saying...
But yes, he is Swedish. Yeah.
And as I'm saying, he like the only third Swedish fighter in the fucking game we ever heard of. Like, they ain't even heard of him yet. You know what I'm saying? They about to have him.
What are you saying? Who? Badu Jack?
That's it, right? Like, it's Badu Jack and Rob Safar. Who else?
That fought,
I did say 3, so I just don't remember the other one.
The dude that fought, who was it? Rolly on short notice? I think he fought Rolly on short notice. We know him. Hold on.
Man, the only dudes I know Rolly fought is Yigit, Marinas.
Yigit? Ain't Yigit? That's what I'm thinking about. Yigit, yeah. Ain't he from Sweden?
Nah. Really?
Yeah, he from Sweden. Come on now. I knew I wasn't tripping.
Didn't he have like a WBA?
He had something, yeah.
Shout out to Yigit. Okay, well, I knew it was 3. Yigit is certainly the most popular. Well, Badu. Badu is the most popular. Yigit comes in second place easy. Oh, shit. Today's Thursday? Damn. Okay, so
yeah, I mean, Badu was multi-divisional, and he's still doing his thing. You feel me? Yigit. I mean, nah, he ain't never win nothing, bro.
Nah.
He won the EBU. And then he got a shot versus Baranchik at the IBF, got knocked out. Then got a shot at the WBA against Rolly, got TKO. Then he got that shot at Keyshawn, got TKO. Then he just fought Dennis Baranchik for the WBO and got decisioned. And he's already fought this year, but my man's is back to fighting 6-rounders after he lost to Baranchik.
Yigit?
How you go? Yeah, he just fought 2 6-rounders. But he never won anything, just an EBU. But obviously he's fought those guys, that we know.
Sorry, bro. I'm just hitting up Tommy Lane, the manager of Zhang.
Wallin. Otto Wallin. He's Swedish too.
Oh, he is. He is. Damn, that's keep pushing people down. I mean, look, Rob is always going to be the least known. His coming out party is.
I mean, he coming up.
Yeah, his coming out party is on the AJ card. That's a great opportunity for him. Jesus, I don't know what's better, to get an opportunity early and build off of it, or to have waited as long as he has and get such a big opportunity. Because, Kovalev's a big name, and then this card is a big card, and then we talking Saudi money.
Who is the bigger Swedish fighter, Yigit or Otto Wallin?
Odo.
Like, based off what? Just popularity?
No. Yigit never beat anybody the caliber of Dominic Brazil, an Olympian and a heavyweight that fought on the highest level. for 2 world titles. Yiga never did that.
So just quality of wins.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we look at accomplishments, they both accomplished the same. They both won the Eastern European title, and that's it. Except
Yeah,
at
again, but
least
that's why the wins matter. Wins will always matter.
for sure.
You know, yesterday I interviewed Khalil Cole, and one of the Patreon questions was like, "What's your biggest win?" And you know, it mattered to him. He like, "Oh, this guy's my biggest win. I actually keep in touch with him. He's actually been winning since I beat him, and he went and win a title, and maybe we might fight in the future." So like, wins matter, bro. Who you beat matters. They care, cause he knew all the information. Like, he didn't know he was going to be asked that question, but he had already done the research of who's his biggest win, because it's a sense of pride. You know that you beat someone and he goes on to accomplish something. That says something about yourself.
You know, that's why I never really understood. It's changed, I feel like, recently, but for many years, like, Floyd would just trash Canelo, and I'm like, bro, Canelo just proves more and more to be your best win on your resume.
Because that's just part of him, though, right? Like, he made certain people hate him.
Bro, he made Emmanuel Augustus like, yeah, I'm not
His
gonna say
best, yeah.
credit, more credit, but it's like, you know, when you ask Floyd what was his toughest fight, and he said Emmanuel, bro, I know I pulled him up. You get what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't hip on a drunken master at 12 years
Bro,
old.
that's
Like,
the thing, bro. Nah, it can't be 12. Well, you are way younger than me, Lord. But I was about to say it can't be 12 because I got to watch him fight. He was still fighting on Friday Night Fights. That's what I'm saying. Boxing is in a good place, but we've lost so much, bro. I wish we had Friday Night Fights and Boxing After Dark and Showbox still around. I mean, obviously, Pro Box damn sure took over Showbox and even After Dark, but it's still only twice a month. You know.
yeah, bro, like, his last win was in 2008. I was nowhere near a boxing like hardcore at that point. Like, even his last fight, 2011, bro, I did not become a hardcore till like 9 years ago, 8 years ago. Like, it was when I moved to Vegas. That's when it happened. When I moved to Vegas is when I became a boxing hardcore. So it's like, yeah, I know guys that he fought, but I pulled him up when I seen Floyd be asked who was your most difficult fight, and he said Emmanuel Augustus.
Jesus, I'm a pothead. It's my girl fault. She sent me the calendar invite like, yo, you got an interview. Bro, that interview's tomorrow. It's not today. Now I look like a pothead.
Yo, I always say reading is fundamental, Ness.
Fuck you, Danny. Oh, okay. Engelbert. We need to meet that guy. Have you met him? The promoter from Orange County?
Negative. Negativo.
Remember Pat was going to buy his company?
Yeah, but I never met him. I just know him from the conversations we had.
Yeah, nah, he's promoting more and more and more. Looks like my boy Javier Caputillo is going to have a fighter on there April 4th. Brandon Valdez, the Colombian, will be fighting March 2nd in New York on Top Rank. Okay.
Guess who?
Shout out, man. Congrats. And Luke Santamaria finally signed the Pro Box contract. That's right, bro. Yo, motherfuckers got to stop waiting on Al, man. Did you see the news that the dude that made the deal for Al and Amazon? It ain't even a dude.
So
It ain't even a dude because that was the dude that tweeted that didn't know what he was talking about. It's always been a woman, but she's no longer
yeah,
there.
but that tweet that tweet makes it seem not makes it seem that tweet literally says the head of global sports for Amazon. That's not who the person is.
No, the one that you put in the pre-pro, that's the woman. It was like Donahue or some shit, right?
Yeah, but what I'm telling you is she wasn't the head. So the tweet never gave a name, but gave a job title that's not her. That wasn't her job title. She wasn't the head. She was the second though. She was the second,
That's
and I
crazy
know.
though. I mean, it doesn't
So
matter how off we are about it, but two people in the sports division that brokered the deal are no longer in Amazon. That alone is strange.
two,
Well, the head and her.
bro. What part of the head did not leave?
Okay. Okay.
So that's why I'm saying that tweet was wrong. So again, the head is still there. The head, his name is Jay Marine. Jay Marine is still at Amazon. He is the head of sports, of global sports for Amazon. She, Marie Donahue, she left. She was there since 2018. Previous to that, spent 19 years at ESPN. So she's the one that left. Now, I'll say to the show, like I said in the pre-pro, I'm not sure who made the deal happen. So the guy who
But that's
tweeted
what
that out, Jay.
that's what I'm saying. That before yesterday's news and yesterday's tweet, and before you put in that article in the pre-pro, the rumor had always been that she brokered the deal and that she had been let go or that she left. The whole tweet about yesterday, I don't care about that, especially if you're saying it's wrong, because that never existed to my knowledge till yesterday. It always had been her. That's why yesterday, if you see my my text, I said to Yah, no, it's a woman. I said that, I just didn't remember the name. But if you go back into our pre-pro from last night, before I fell asleep, I text Yah that it's a woman. See, right there it says I quote tweet. I replied to the tweet and I said yes, but I heard it was a girl. I didn't say woman. I said girl, but same shit. So yeah, I don't know about the man, but I always knew she the one had the deal, made the deal for them, and I don't,
Okay, so I guess that's where you and I got lost because I didn't know that it was a woman. I didn't know I didn't know who it was. I just know that the deal was done, and I knew that the head was Jay or is Jay Marine. So when they said that the head left, and I literally Googled Jay Marine leaving Amazon, it popped up that
Did they
Marie
give
Donahue.
reasons?
No, they said that she notified via email, that no reasons were given.
That's crazy.
That she reported to Jay Marine, who heads the company sports division. Amazon did confirm the exit of Donahue to the media, but provided no further comment. Donahue joined Amazon in 2018 as vice president of global sports video for Prime Video and spearheaded the tech outlet's push into live coverage. So I guess she was one of the ones pushing for that. In 2022, Prime Video began the exclusive 11-year deal with Thursday Night Football, which has proven a potent addition to the lineup. This year, with viewers more accustomed to finding games only in streaming, viewership surged 24% higher than the previous year.
At the end of the day, something is up because your contract started in March. So you're not about to make an announcement in March for fights in April or May. Like, that's a waste of time. Like, we were supposed to get a March date, and they had holds on January dates. Something is up. And don't forget that we've been supposed to get an announcement on the secondary network. You know, my source still saying it's happening, but later this month. But fuck, he the same one told me it was been gonna happen. You feel me? So I don't know.
You know, and as I read a bit more, this also says how Amazon took a stake in the Yes Network, which is regional up there in like New York.
Yeah, I used to have that.
So I know that they just did like their own like app, and they're kind of like moving away. They joined forces. Who showed the Knicks games?
MSG, no?
Okay, so now Yes and MSG join forces. Now they got like some app, and they're gonna be showing like all of New York sports, and they're basically telling other teams like, hey, through our, because they have like the technology for it. So they're pretty much from what I was reading, they're pretty much letting other team owners and teams know like, hey, we have the technology. You guys can use our technology and make your own money and not give it to, you know, not be controlled by the networks.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Interesting. We'll see what happens. Again, I don't know who headed the deal.
Motherfuckers need to shake. That's all. All that means
seems like
they need to get active. You know. Shout out to Luke Santa Maria, that signed that Pro Box deal. Shout out to Angel Leo, signed the Pro Box deal. Bro, get active, bro. Get active. I don't know why Blair the Flair ain't signed a Pro Box deal. He out here playing games. I know.
Have you talked to him about that?
Of course, I told him I could have got him a 4 fight. He bullshit. He need to get active, especially if they just who I said they just signed him. It was a welterweight. I literally just said it. The kid we talking about, he's a welterweight too. But it don't matter. They also got
talking about Ezekiel.
No, they also got Freddie though. He's fighting there. I mean, they don't got him. They don't got him because he's a Samson fighter. So if he keeps blowing up, he'll be on a PBC card if they ever announce dates. But in the meantime, he's been fighting
and
on
he has been on some PBC dates.
Yeah. He was on the Cosmopolitan show. That was the Frank Martin card, no? He fought on the Frank card? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Again, thank God for Pro Box, bro. At least they putting on shows. This is a good card that hopefully you guys tune in, and it's free. It's free, bro. It's free. It's open up to all markets. Anybody could watch it from any country, and it's free. You know, and they got good commentators. You know, Algeri does a great job. I've always loved Algeri on the mic. Always loved Paulie when he was on Showtime. You know, they do good jobs. What's the guy's name we used to work with, Danny? He's with them. He's like their Joe Tessitore.
George Yokovic.
No. George is their other, you know, he's their day-to-day show host. The other one we worked with in studio. They had all the fucking iPads everywhere. The older man. Not the racist one. No.
Okay.
No.
That's fucked up. Because we ain't even worked with him, truth be told. We just met him.
Yeah.
But
bro, the other one we called fights with, like 3-4 fights, bro. I can't remember his name. He got that voice. He got the voice. Goldberg.
Goldberg. Mike Goldberg. Yeah. Once you said the voice. Yeah.
Yeah, they got Goldberg.
You right though. He be having all the information.
Bro, he got like 7 iPads, bro. He makes me want to be better. My man be super prepared, but anything he talking about, he got an iPad for it.
Nah, hey, it's funny because I've been buying shit to turn this more into a studio, and like, bro, I found this holder, and it literally holds. It holds like five at a time, so you literally could put your camera, two lights, and it has two tablet like iPad holders on it, and it mounts to your desk. And I'm like, bro, that's like so much shit going on, and you still got your computer. I'm like, what the fuck?
Nah, I
But yeah,
mean,
that's
some people do that though because
for sure.
the tablets can be set up so that you can do things remotely, like control your mixer or cue in a different scene, sound bites, take calls off the tablet into your stream. So there's a lot, man. This shit is just getting more and more sophisticated. But phone lines are open if you guys want to talk Pro Box or Crawford and Tszyu. What's your thoughts on that, champ? We kind of glossed over that only. Like I said, Bernie is reporting that Crawford's sights are set on Tszyu now and that they've
I
moved
love it.
on. I just don't know. Like I said, I wanted to text him. Hopefully he's listening. He be listening. Bernie, I don't see the Nebraska number there today, but
Don't worry, I'll see Bud in a few days.
okay, cause obviously Tim Tszyu is a commodity. He can do his own thing, and that means that him and Bud could do their own thing. But you still want to have the powerhouse of, the Showtime production, which allegedly doesn't have a job, or you want to have some sort of high level production. If you're not going to use Showtime, then is it going to be distributed through pay per view with ESPN, or are you going to go to the zone? Like, what's going to happen? Crawford saying he's moving on, but like, who you working with now? Because you only have one fight with a rematch, so like, you ain't with the PBC unless you are with the PBC. So that's what you need to find out. Like, is his next fight going to be with PBC? Is he independent? Remember, before he signed that deal for the Earl fight, he had a long meeting with B-Hop and Golden Boy. Virgil's at 54 now. Does he want a big Texas fight? I know Virgil ain't got no strap, but, I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what exactly he's going to do besides setting his sights on Tim because, you need a network. You could want to fight a dude all you want, but you need a network to be invested in the fight as well, no?
Absolutely, and I think either a network interested in it or a promoter, which is the same shit, really, a promoter that has the network, right? So either you go onto the network directly or you got a promoter that has the network to and the funds, willing to put up to that. So I don't know if he can deal directly with Joe McCrowski or, even with His Excellency. Is that something he would consider at this point in his career?
It was dope to hear Bernie talk, man. They got a genuine friendship. It was so many we's, in his monologue. But I respect it because he been there from the beginning, But at one point in the story, he's like, we done traveled the world twice. That's it. We gotta come back. It's time to work, And it's funny because Bud did he took time off. He gave Earl time. He gave Al time. He took time
For
off.
sure.
And he did what we've never seen him do. It's true. He went to two very far countries, back to back. Probably more too, because I remember you and I talking live about all the traveling he was doing right after the win, in country. You know what I mean? But
Call me
Bernie
crazy, but I feel like he went to Africa since the win.
and Thailand, right? I thought it was like I thought it was. I think you're right about Africa, but I know for sure he just came back from Thailand. No.
Either that or Indonesia.
You know. Um,
Yeah, no, he been living. He been
but
living.
he
He been
he he made it
traveling.
clear though that he's his happiest in the gym, and he's his happiest when he's fighting. And and this was another funny part. So Bernie's like, I mean, y'all done seen Chateau La Crawford. I mean, we need money. We got to fill it up with belts. You know, he is hilarious, Chateau La Crawford, because that is a fucking. You do need to slap a fancy name on that staircase, boy. That staircase is, that's. I came up watching movies with them big ass staircases. I think the Money Pit has one of them big ass staircases. Uh, Crawford's certainly doing his thing with that house. So yeah, but it's like Jay
Nah,
said.
bro, that's in the state right there. That's in the state right there, bro. That's that I feel like that's a dream that every man has. Like I've dreamt since I was I've had dreams since I was a kid of having a staircase like that.
Word, I'm telling you, boy, that
Bro,
thing,
that's crazy.
that's a mansion for sure. And I mean, I say all that to say, but you do got to go back to work. You
No, for
understand?
sure. And I didn't know what he was gonna do. The way he was talking, I'm like, shit, he might sit out the year. He might ball
No, he sounded
till
like
he
he was going to
fall.
retire. He sounded like he was going to retire, honestly. He said, I might do one more. I might not give y'all none. It sounded like retirement talk, but again, based off Bernie, he expressed to Bernie that he's his happiest in the gym and he's his happiest when he's fighting. Uh, so that's what's more important because he could be happy in the gym and we won't be happy as boxing fans. But if he's happy fighting, then we will be happy because we get to watch him. Again, he must be still hoping for some sort of a PBC deal because again, in Bernie's monologue, there was heavy campaigning for the Canelo fight. They still want the Canelo fight. He wants to move up. He wants to test himself. That's what they calling it. But they made it clear, or Bernie makes it clear that Crawford told him, that he's setting his sights on Tszyu though, so that he could be a 4 division champ. I'm just saying we in January. We had such a great year last year, and I'm not saying we're not having a good year. We already having an amazing January. I'm not saying I'm not satisfied. I'm just getting nervous because we haven't heard in any schedules from some of the other promoters. Like even Lou DiBella. Like I haven't, what's up with Lou? Didn't he sign Jamel Herring? Like when is his next fight? Like, I haven't heard anything from Lou. What's up with Conwell? I mean, I feel like Samson been on
Have you
vacation for a while too, right? Has anyone seen Samson? I mean, I don't know. I need a schedule, bro. I need some fights.
or
You
Top
know?
Rank started, to announce
Oh,
stuff recently.
damn,
They
that's who I
have
had today. Motherfucker, I had Brian Norman today. Why this shit be happening to me, man? Fucking bitch.
terrible. Yeah, Top
Ah,
Rank's been announcing fights. They announced Oscar Valdez,
you know
Liam
what? I
Wilson.
had Brad too. I'm gonna be like, Brad, you ready? We fucking forgot Norman, but we could get Brad.
Um, who else? They announced the Ford fight in New York. They announced Junto in Japan. You know,
Yo, I could get you
obviously
in
they got
there.
Tyson Fury. Where?
I mean, that's far for you, and you ain't got the whip. Never mind. We'll talk off here.
Then they got the Fury pay per view in February. Osaki in New York. So yeah, Top Rank been rolling fights out. The TO fight, obviously.
Nah, they
Top Rank
doing their
been
thing. They announced their Shocky fight. Um, and I heard Bernie talking. Troy Isley's back, right?
yeah, he fight in March.
Oh, he fighting on the Keyshawn card. Is that what they're doing?
No. He's Sean fighting on TO card next month. I don't know who card he fighting on, but I know he fighting in March.
Okay.
Yeah, he fighting in March. I know he training with Bomac.
Yeah,
Coach Al still, you
wait,
know.
wait. Isley is with Bomac now too?
They've been like working together, yeah. But like
Wow.
Coach Al still, he's still there too.
Man,
Al
them
Mitchell.
dudes moved to Vegas and they taking everybody. That's crazy. But that's how it go, man. When you hot, you hot.
And it's gonna be more, bro. It's gonna be
Of
more. I'm telling
course.
you.
Wait till he get
It's
his
gonna
own
be
gym. It's gonna be over.
and it seemed like they got on the boxing side at least, they got that UFC Apex on lock.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like they got their own bags in there and shit.
Bro, I interviewed the dude from Grodex yesterday. You must have met him because he's cool with Dev or no? The dude that makes the fanciest bags. Which ones are the fanciest looking bags to you?
Bags?
Heavy bags.
Oh yeah, the ones in the chat, yeah. Yeah, those and
what? The ones in the what?
in the chat, in the pre-pro.
Oh, damn, you've seen it already. Okay.
But nah, it's him, it's those, and it's another one. The ones so Capetillo has them. All the top guys have them, like Shakur, Dev, Tank.
Yeah,
They all
Shakur got this one.
Nah, it's another one, bro. I'm telling you.
You need to look at the name. Shakur got that one.
Bro,
I remember you could go check your footage with Jared. Jared was punching on them. And Shakur too. He got the Gordex.
Nah, but
Grodex.
No. They have them in the gym. What I'm saying, the custom bags, like they got these customs, and I'm gonna pull it up right now. It's not gonna be hard because I know they're covered in Jorge. Like these are the only bags Jorge Capetillo uses in his gym. He makes custom bags and they're fire. My only issue with his custom bags is that this guy, he puts like his logo on them a bit too much. Nazo Boxing.
Nazo. Nah.
Nazo. I'm gonna send you this video. They're the ones I see do the most custom work, and they've done some fire shit for a lot of people. But I just don't like shit that's like, why your logo bigger than mine? You feel me? Like, I don't like that, bro. Like, if it's some custom, make your shit as minimal as possible. Wow. That's the whole point of being custom.
Nah, I mean, custom shouldn't even have your logo. Is mine's, right? I guess it depends.
Unless you're gifting it to me, like you give them saying like, oh, I'll gift you this custom bag, to put in your gym, but it gotta have my shit on it. Then I guess that's the only way. But how was that interview though? I'm saying you brought him up for a reason.
I brought him up for, I don't know at this point, but yeah, it was a good interview. Him and his dad have a great story. He has a great story. He sparred everybody, bro. He sparred the Shakurs, the Devs, everybody, and now he's making these official bags, and they are official, bro. Like they are better than all them shits out there. Like I've been to everybody's gym, like those are the best bags. Shout out to Virgil. He was the first one that I seen him at, Virgil Hunter's gym. But those are the best looking bags. I don't know if they are the best for the fighter, but they certainly give off that Louis Vuitton look. You know, they even got the color, that beige and brown leather. You can tell it's Italian leather. You know, everything looks handmade. Um, they've always been high end to me. And then obviously with the interview, I realized, look, the one I like, that shit's $1,600. They crazy.
Yeah, no, they got some over 2 racks, bro. They got some very expensive quality shit.
Mm-hmm. But phone lines are open if you want to call in and voice your opinion on Terrence's next move or and ProBox this week, today. Great card. One of the best cards, man. I think this might be one of the best cards they've put on. Jay Will, what up? Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's up, man? Good show, top of the morning, boss. Danny, what's good, man? Good to catch you on the show, man. Yo,
Top of the morning, man. How you feeling?
all right, man. Just trying to get through another day at work, bro. I think I feel Bud going against Sue. I think it's gonna be a challenge for him. I don't think it's gonna be a walk through the park at all, actually. So I think it's gonna be a surprisingly competitive fight. Um, I'm one of those guys. I just don't think Boots has done enough to demand a fight from Bud for it to be like, Bud is ducking if he don't fight Boots right now. I don't think that's the case. I just think, um, Bud has done far more in his career and he's earned the right to, you know, get the money fights and, get the fights that he prefers and not have to succumb to public pressure. Now the one thing I do say though, it's too bad that your boy Canelo is scared of a 147 pounder. Because I think that would be also a good fight. To be real, I might be leaning towards Canelo, but um, I just love the fact that Bud ain't never shied away from that fight, been begging for that fight, and like I said, I just think it's sad that Canelo's.
Well, I wouldn't
I mean,
say
at this,
never.
well, I would say he does see that there's a respect there that I mean, because let's be honest, Canelo had no problem fighting Amir Khan, who's if number one, if you're already in Amir Khan's division, we all know he got a glass chin. But if you're gonna pull him up 2 weight classes up to fighting, then it's like, come on, bro. So it's Canelo never has an issue with public perception on who he's going to fight. So I don't think it's well, oh, I'm not going to get credit for fighting the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. That's not it. It's a respect, and it's a healthy
Well,
respect. And
no, you
I
said
say,
I was talking about your comment when you said that Bud's never shied away from that fight. I said never. I wouldn't say never because there was a point where he shied away from that fight.
yeah, true. He did say like that boy. I ain't going up to one. He did say he ain't going up to 168. But I
No,
think after
I think
him
he
seeing how
also
he performed
said.
against Jamel,
I think he also
yeah, I
said
think.
there's weight classes for a reason too.
But I think after he's seen how he performed against Jamel and Ryder, it's like I can beat this dude. Um, and so yeah, I'm in. Oh yeah, and the one thing I got to get on you, Danny. I got to get on you, man. It's my first time really getting on you in a minute, man. But yo, man, there's no way Canelo is a better dub for Mayweather than Pacquiao. No way. There's no way. I don't care how you try to measure it.
Absolutely,
Pacquiao's
absolutely, it is.
Pac. No, it's not, bro.
It
Don't
might
don't don't
it
don't do
might
this,
it
Danny.
might mean more to you. It might mean more to you, but absolutely, it's a bigger win for Mayweather than Pacquiao.
Mm,
Every day of the week that ends in Y.
mm.
So what's your merit for that? Like, how do you measure that?
That is
But
the
How's
that's your
bell.
bill. But if you got five for me and five for Ness, if you got a king counter, then we could go another round. We could do that.
You a jerk, man. What? Why is it a better win though? I mean, off bat for me. Let me see on some casual.
So because I tell you why it's a better win, Nas. It's just what he's accomplished since. Like that win just
Aged
ages.
better. It aged
It just
better.
aged better. And if we look at the points in their career, uh, some like Floyd was always older. I mean, yeah, Floyd was always the older guy. So it's like, who what you gonna say? Manny was younger. Cool. Canelo was younger, but Canelo was like a young and prime. And you get what I'm saying? It's like, what did Manny do after? He went on to win the title. But what Floyd, I mean, what Canelo do after? Like, and the reason I think that win is Floyd's greatest win is because I think that without that win and without that fight, we don't see the greatest Mexican fighter become who he became. Like, I don't think Canelo becomes and goes on to do and accomplish what he did without that Floyd loss. That win forever will be greater. To me, Floyd greatest win, his best win. Like, I'm
Danny,
not saying that.
we're joined by Brian Norman Jr.
Let's
So
go.
what's going on, Brian? How are you?
What's good, boss? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Happy to have you back on the show. Obviously, um, you're back at it, right? You're back in camp, no?
Yeah, we should be back fighting on Top Rank again in March.
Another tough fight.
Yeah.
You want to say the
We
name?
Now we was trying to fight. You had mentioned that got Peter Dobson. We was trying to fight him, but we couldn't get him. He fight Conor Ben instead. I'm pretty sure y'all seen that.
Yeah.
The guy we got now, I forgot.
I
I
know
forgot
his
his.
name. I don't know if are you allowed to say it?
I don't know just yet, so I'm gonna say don't even say it. But it's supposed to be a
Okay.
tough.
No, it is a tough fight. It is a tough fight,
Yeah.
and you continue to take tough challenges because Quentin Randall was no slouch.
Yeah.
Um,
Matter of fact, you text me and was saying, should I take this fight, fresh
I
after surgery and that.
Cause
Yeah,
I want to see you win. So I'm like, damn, champ, you really about to take this Randall fight off a hand injury? And you like,
look,
yeah, I feel good. So I'm like, okay. And you did it. You got the win, man. You got the win.
I'm gonna find my way to win no matter what. That's all I know.
So your father took some heavy criticism. People are saying they want you to bring another set of eyes in at the very least, because you seem to be smothering yourself. Have y'all worked on that so that you can get some distance and land that power that you do have?
First thing I want to say, my daddy shouldn't get no criticism at all with everything he was saying. The main thing is people heard him say "figure it out" and other things like that. But it's because we don't watch so much film on Quentin Randall. Everything was in my face. Everything we done already talked about, and even what he was saying in the ring, he already was telling me everything to do. I wasn't doing this, so that he was saying, all right, so you ain't gonna listen to me, figure it out. So therefore, it's not on him, it's on me. And even the smothering thing, that's on me. So that is our biggest focus. Training for this fight also. So uh, expect a very big change in my next fight.
Yeah, it's I mean, regardless, you find a way to get the win. You know, you
Yeah.
overpower guys, you outwork guys, and for television, that's kind of what's important is that you're letting your hands go. So what's the conditioning like? Like, how do you get yourself into that shape? Because I haven't seen you get tired. I don't know. It is live. Maybe my live chat will say something different, but I don't recall you ever looking tired in any of your televised fights, at least the last 3 to 4 with Top Rank, right? Would you say
Yeah.
you've gotten tired or shown tired signs of fatigue?
No, actually, I don't be getting tired. The reason why, that's straight, doing what you're supposed to do, your road work and your running. So, of course, getting your rounds in the sparring. For the last fight, we had went to Bozy Gym out there in Philadelphia, and they do 4 minute rounds. We were still doing 10 rounds, but now it's 4 minutes. So, regarding that, it's just putting the work in, plain and simple.
So for the Randall fight, you were sparring with with Jerron?
Nah, I didn't spar Boots though. I only think I was in there for a week. I think I only seen him twice. I think twice that week.
Mm.
I think
So
so. I think
again, without saying the opponent, this is a 10 rounder again.
yes, sir.
Okay, I like that. Once you go up, you can't come back down. That's
Yeah,
what's up. That's what's up. This is
yeah.
I'm very excited for this fight. What's the do you know the date?
Right now we're looking at sometime in March, preferably early March. So we trying to you know about the hand surgery, so we had to take one fight off last year. So hopefully we can get some more fights in this year. I'm tired of sitting in the background. I'm tired of doing all of that, and then you see what time off do to you. I wasn't very
I
proud of
was
my last.
told March 2nd.
I ain't want to say no date, but yes, March 2nd.
Okay, okay. So now that's plenty of time. Wow, wow. They gave you a lot of time, bro, because I've been knew this.
Okay.
I've been knew
Mm,
this. I just, was trying to schedule you. So you got a lot of time to prepare for this guy. This is going to
yeah,
be good, man.
yeah.
Where are you holding camp? Are you going to stay in Atlanta?
Yeah, right now we in GA. Sparring out here. We may head out somewhere to find some tough work. But right now we don't have a destination just yet. Right now we in Georgia, just doing our thing right here.
Does your dad get along with Mustafa? You guys have a relationship? Oh, you do?
Matter of fact, I was sparring today at Mustafa Gym.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was there
Nice.
last week also.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, he's a
We ain't got,
great guy.
we got
We just had him on the show not too long ago.
yeah.
All right, well that's
Is that
good.
is that is that like your home gym when you're in Atlanta?
Who Mustafa?
Yeah.
No, we really with Granite City, but my dad just got his basement together and he put the boxing bag up there. So right now we in the basement. It's just me and him right now. Just me and him in the basement working.
Mm, locked in.
Yeah, taking it back old school.
Hmm. Now, is it? I know you said right now you don't have anything, but is it typical for you to leave during camp for work? Like you said, you went to Bosie's gym during the
Mm.
Quentin Randall camp. Is that typical of you to go somewhere to get work for fights?
Yeah, that's what I do. Like when I came out there with y'all, that time we were going out to Vegas. We used to go to Baltimore, Philly, Florida. So yeah, we just try to find somewhere else to go. So like right now, we're doing our thing in here in Georgia, but we know these guys. We spar with them all the time. You get what I'm saying? So now we got to step out to new territory. I'm not at home, things of that nature. So somebody that don't know about me, somebody that don't care about me, all that kind of. It's like a real deal fight, not a sparring session at that point.
I liked it when you came out here, man. Didn't you spar Amari?
Yeah, yeah, I had sparred
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah, yeah. That was good, man. That was you sparred up too. I like it when you come out. Well, I'm not there now. I came out here to Florida. It's too fucking cold in Vegas. But
Yeah.
I liked it when you was in Vegas, man. When you guys going back out there?
Um, I don't know because when we was out there trying to spar, they was like, tone it down and stuff like that. So
What?
uh, yeah, they'll tell us to tone it down and stuff. You
Wait,
came,
what? Frank from Top Rank was telling you that?
yeah, I think you came on our last day, but the day before, the day before that, he told us to tone it down and stuff like that. So over here, like Philly and Baltimore, them two in particular, those we really had been to a lot of places, but those two in particular, they are savages. You all know about their mentality and stuff. Like they don't care about you. Plain and simple. They gonna try to dog walk everybody.
Mm.
So we like going like we want somebody who's gonna try to straight up murder me like it's a real deal fight. So that's why we like going over there. It's not to knock Vegas or nothing like that. It's just we want somebody who's going to how they say don't do hard sparring. We want
Mm.
hard sparring.
Yep, yep,
That's
yep, yep.
we want to make
So
sure that we are
was you spawn like multiple guys or it was just one guy?
what in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was two guys. I don't really know their names. As a matter of fact, even when I sparred Amari Jones, you know the guy. He was a 154 pound, I believe.
I think you sparred Isley too, didn't you?
I don't know his name.
Troy,
It was
dark skin
no,
dude.
no, wasn't him. It wasn't him. He was a white guy. I think he was
Oh,
154.
Danny, what's my boy name? He don't speak English like that good, right? That's what you're talking about?
He ain't say nothing to me.
Damn, what is his name? Danny, he trained with Bullet.
Nah, but he said 154. He a 140 pounder. Who you talking about?
I mean, he probably don't know. He ain't from Vegas.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's
I
his
mean,
name
shit,
though? I
White
forgot.
Gypsy.
Yeah, White Gypsy.
I don't know nothing about dude. I just know I sparred him.
It's all good. Ain't that big a deal anyway.
I just work here. I just know I sparred him first, and then I got in with Jones after that. Both that day I was real cool with that. Like maybe it was the guys I was sparring the
I
day
don't know,
before.
man. You gotta let Danny set up the spawn for you because if it's like that, he could just get you 54-pound work. Mendoza's out here.
Nah, champ. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing too. Like, I feel like you be having to set it up before you come because
Yeah.
you
He
know,
did.
Vegas be having to work, but it ain't all gonna be in one spot. Like,
Yeah.
you could go to Ishmael Salas gym. I can't remember. Yeah, Ishmael Salas got some hitters over there.
Yeah, he got
You
54
know,
pounders and 47. He got Gabriel Maestre over there. He got Mendoza
Brian
54.
Mendoza,
He got Ugas 47.
Ugas,
Laura.
I
Yeah,
ain't know Ugas.
I don't know if Ugas still fighting or not, but he's out of that gym.
Yeah, but when we had went, you all right about that. I should have set it up. Cause he was saying that too. The first two guys, he told me to go easy on, but then with Amari Jones and the other guy, he didn't say nothing about going easy. So maybe it was just the guys I was sparring. And
Nah,
then
and plus Fernando Jr.'s out here. I know he'll spar you, but
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
you
but
would have
they got their own gym.
yeah, but you would have to spar up. He's a 54-pounder,
I,
For sure.
but you did that with Amari anyway. Amari fucking ain't he 60 now?
I think I did see that. But Vegas do got a lot of sparring though. Like literally, we just searched up a gym. We had went to one gym. They had just got done sparring. We came out. We looked right across the street. It's another gym. We walked into there. We seen Jeff Mayweather. And wasn't no
You must have went to Solace. That sounded like he was in the parking
yeah
lot of Solace and went to Solace and across the street to
yeah
Real Boxing.
real boxing. Boom.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
we walked across the street. Jeff Mayweather was in there. Wasn't no sparring there at the time either. So he said, "Well, go down to my nephew gym, Floyd." So we went down to TMT, Mayweather gym,
Yeah, you
and we
can't do it
sparred.
like that though, man. Cause like
Yeah,
right, if you go to the gym at 12 to 1, like there's no welterweights, that like Kermel and Kevin Johnson and
I did spar
heavyweights. Who you spar?
Kevin Johnson.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I forgot.
I mean,
How
I know
many-
you a lot big, not a lot bigger, but you are bigger than him. But was he still slick,
No,
or you was too
it was
much on top of him because you be on him.
obviously at the time we was the same size, but it was just real good work, plain and simple. Kevin Johnson, and Brian Norman's Brian Norman.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, champ, man, there's not a lot that you can reveal, but I do have some questions from the people
Only
before we
thing,
let you go.
only thing I want to know, if you saying Kevin Johnson was Kevin Johnson, that means he was talking a lot of shit, right?
In the beginning, yeah.
He said in the beginning.
Yo, but let me know, let me know like ahead of time, bro. Let me know like a week or two ahead of time you want to come out here. I could definitely get you some sparring set up. Like I just thought about this shit. Tim Tszyu always out here.
Yeah.
He always out here getting work. I could get you that Tszyu work. You feel me? Like obviously they gotta want it, styles gotta make sense, but yeah, man, just let me know. We'll make it happen.
I got a few here. Oh, sorry.
He got a fight.
Nah, he ain't got no fight coming up. He's in some sort of negotiations with Virgil, but I just seen Oscar tweet out, fighters keep pricing themselves out. I just hope he ain't talking about Tszyu, because Tszyu is the A side, not fucking Virgil. So ain't no way Virgil could price himself out. I mean, Tszyu could price himself out.
Hey, I was gonna say, what y'all think about that, man? Everybody always asking for $1
More
million
money.
$100,000 fighter.
I mean, listen, man. It's two ways to think about it, right? Because Sean Porter is it. This how you answer it. What's your thoughts on Sean Porter?
What you mean?
Exactly what I said. What's your thoughts on Sean Porter?
Like his career?
Yep.
I mean, he was a real good fighter. He was a tough dude. He didn't take no for. I mean, he wanted to fight everybody. That was his thing. He was a dog, plain and simple.
If you retired, would you be satisfied if you had a career identical to Sean Porter's?
Not really, no, because he lost to Kell Brook. He lost to all the top fights. Like
He's still a
those fights.
two-time champion in the welterweight division. That's
Yeah.
that's a luxurious division to be
Listen,
two-time
no,
champ.
it's a personal thing. Now, regarding accomplishments or whatever, I'd be cool with that. I want to be the best. That's my thing. I want to be the best. So all those top fights are the ones that I lost, even though it was very close. You get what I'm saying? With Keith Thurman and all of those guys, even though they were very close, Errol Spence, I would still be mad that I didn't win those fights. You know how you sleep on something. He have no choice but to sleep on that for the rest of his life. I didn't win those fights. So regarding those in particular, I wouldn't be happy. But
those are the fights. Those are the fights that you and I are talking about when people price themselves out. He didn't. You feel me? Like there was no back and forth. He wanted Keith. Keith finally said yes. There was no argument about purse. Like Sean Porter's the only dude that you can't Google contract negotiations falling apart. Like he gonna say yeah. He gonna take what they offering. He'll worry about it next time. So I say all that to say, you know, it's really up to the fighter. And it sounds like that's you. That's why I brought him up specifically, because you're taking tough fights.
Mm-hmm.
This is very early in your career. You know, people will see with this next fight. The one before this was tough. So they'll see that, you know, you're being offered something and you're not calling them back like, well, I need more money for this. You obviously saying, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because these are not easy fights.
Yeah.
So yeah, it really depends on what career you want to have. You know, you got welterweights like Keith that have accomplished a little bit more, but he ain't been fighting because he might want a little bit more.
I look at it as you got to earn your keep. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay your dues. If you want to get that money, you got to fight those kind of fighters to get that money. You got to prove yourself. You got to be entertaining. You get so that's why I'm not really happy with my last fight. I don't think it was entertaining at all. So you got to be entertaining, not just entertaining. You got to have the right opponent in front of you. It's all of that too. You got to promote yourself the right way. So once again, I said this before in earlier interviews. Floyd Mayweather laid down the blueprint. He had the right opponent. The opponents had countries behind him. Floyd put the work in the gym. So when he fight, I don't know why people say he's not entertaining, but to me, that man real entertaining. He had everything. So that's I feel like he laid down a blueprint regarding that. But people look at Money Mayweather at the end of his career where he already did paying his dues and stuff like that.
That's the problem.
I want to, like right now, I'm 23 years old. I'm 25-0. I didn't have no breakout fight, but people in my position, I want $1 million right now. You don't deserve that. Put the work in. You know what I'm saying? So pay your dues first and then reap the benefits later. That's how I feel about it.
Nah, that's how it should be, man. If everybody's mentality was like that, you know, the sport would be more progressed, or at least moving on a faster scale. But everyone's path is different, and that's gonna be your own. So we just look forward to following it. I got James Valdez in San Antonio that says, "What's the backstory on the nickname the Assassin 2?"
All right, so you can take the 2 off. I hate when people do that, but the assassin or whatever. My daddy used to fight too, so my name Brian Norman Jr. That's Brian Norman Sr. He was the assassin. I wanted to fight just like my daddy, so you know what I'm saying. I just stole the whole name and just kept it going.
Ruin a 504 asking the question that we can't answer. Who are you facing? It'll be announced soon. Next one coming from C Buck in a 6-7-2. Even though you won every round in your last fight, people felt that it wasn't done in an exciting way. So what made that fight so awkward for you? And in hindsight, what are some things you would have done differently? Good question.
The main thing I do is calm down. You feel me? So, um, I be too antsy in the ring. It's not even nerves or whatever, but I feel like I always have to be doing something that's either feinting, stepping, jabbing, some kind of head movement or something. So when you're doing all that, you can't actually look at what you're doing. So I just say calm down. That's the first thing. And also with calming down, you have no choice but to not smother yourself, which is what I did. So that's I feel like what I do differently regarding that, being able to actually look at your work instead of trying to be busy the whole time just doing nothing. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it.
I got Kerry G from Charleston by way of New York. How much road work do you try to maintain a week during camp? Have you worked on footwork to not stifle your offense? All the best. Look forward to your career.
Hmm. Regarding the road work, what I do is I say minimum 3.5 miles a day. Sometimes I do 5, and then like 2 times a week I do 7 mile
Damn.
runs.
You
Yeah,
running 5 miles a day?
I mean Marky Marciano used to do it on the off on the when he wasn't in camp. In camp he did 12. So if he could do it, why can't I?
Nah, for sure, for sure. And that's Monday through Sunday or Monday through Friday?
I do 7 days.
Oh
Well,
wow.
I take
Now, I
Sunday.
mean, you can tell. You can tell. It's not It sounds surprising, but based again off your fights, you don't get tired, so it shows.
Yeah, I be chilling. And regarding footwork, um, believe it or not, I got good footwork already. I'm still working on that as well. I was just smothering myself too much. So that's the footwork part I'm working on. Plain and simple. Stop trying to rush in so much. Just you ain't got to step in all the way. Just take that one small step, keep it pushing. Just right there. Just work right there.
Earlier we brought up Porter, and it was accidental, but now that might be the guy you need to watch tape on.
Yeah.
Because you guys got similar styles. Obviously, I want to say he's perfected what you're trying to do. And the last comment about the footwork, remember that when Porter's in low, in close, he does that juke to the side where he could dig that hook, and he does it
Yeah.
again to the other side where he could dig with the right. Like, Porter's an amazing body. He works the body very well, and he's good on the inside. So certainly somebody to look some tape at for sure.
Definitely say he a dog. I found out about him right before the Adrian Broner fight when they're promoting that. I ain't do no, I didn't know him at the time, but I started doing research on him and everything like that. I seen him dog. I think it probably Malignaggi and some
Mm-hmm.
other. Then I ain't gonna lie, the boy bad. Get what I'm saying? And
Boy, he
then
beat Paulie up so bad back then. Paulie was running around saying Porter was on steroids. I said, God damn, for
he
real.
but to them gloves.
I got Huang in Houston. He's actually in Kazakhstan today. Salute to you. He says, were you going for the Mexican style last fight? And do you feel like you need a bigger name and better performance after, wow, disappointing fans in that last bout?
Can you repeat the question for me again?
Uh, were you going for a Mexican style in the last fight? And do you feel like you need a bigger name and a better performance after disappointing fans in the last bout?
Regarding style wise, I don't really go for no kind of style. I just go for beat. You know what I'm saying? I go for what I do. You get what I'm saying? If I feel like box you today, I'm a box you. If I feel like walk you down, I'm gonna walk you down. So that's me as a whole. I just fight my fight. You get what I'm saying? And regarding a bigger name and stuff like that, I would love to have a bigger name. You know, even though my opponent was 13 undefeated and everything like that, people still not giving me credit. Like, so y'all know about Quentin Randall, but do casual fans know about Quentin Randall? That's the thing. So I would definitely say I need me a bigger opponent also.
For sure,
Yo,
for
but are
sure.
casual fans gonna know about most of the guys you fighting right now?
Yeah.
You get what I'm
Nah, they ain't
saying?
gonna know until you get that big name,
Yeah,
you
matter
know?
of fact, real with you. Welcome to the new age with social media. Um, all you need is a very great performance regarding knockout or whatever. People love knockouts. We all see that. So be real with you. In today's age, that's all you need to get big.
You ain't lying. These knockouts do be going viral. I got Rod in LA. He says, rumor has it that when top ranked matchmakers wait, rumor has it that when top ranked match fighters with tough fights back to back, it's because they're about to be cut. Do you feel like Top Rank is trying to cut you? And if so, what promotional company can you see yourself? I guess you shouldn't answer the last part about where you want to go in the future unless you actually get fucking cut. But yeah, do you feel they're matching you tough because they want to get you cut?
No, no, no. Actually, we are asking for the hard fights. So that's on us who are asking. Like, I'm mad my boy Terence Crawford beat Spence, but Spence is my dude. I don't need no tune-ups. I don't need this, that, and the third. I live by that also. I mean, I joined this sport to fight, not to, you know, just mess around and patty cake with little dudes and stuff. I want to be the best. Get what I'm saying? So we are asking for all the tough fights, and let's say Terence Crawford. I can't fight a Terence Crawford right now. I have nothing on me to fight him. You get what I'm saying? So I got to work my way up to get to those points. So I'm trying to get tough fight after tough fight. Quentin Randall is very respected in the boxing world, so I know for a fact if I beat him, it's gonna give me a tougher fight, and that's gonna get me okay. It's just more credibility to okay, maybe we got one. Let's give him a real deal fight. Let's give him some real deal money. Let's give him real deal arena to get everything done. So we are asking for all these fights. We want this. Peter Dobson. We wanted to fight Peter Dobson, but I'm not mad at him. He fighting Conor Ben. That's a lot of money over there. You get what I'm saying? So we are asking for these things, not nobody, not them.
All right. I got James Benitez. This says, James, formerly from Huntsville, now in Decatur, Georgia. Bruh, I need you to keep putting on for the city. Have you ever pulled up in gun down, hands up boxing in Conyers, Georgia? Pop up in there sometime. The community believes you in you, fam. Also, who else from the A should TBV be looking out for besides you and Najee? Yeah, we just had Najee Lopez on too.
That's my dude. That's my dude. Well, appreciate that, boss. I haven't been to that gym just yet. I know y'all follow me on. Well, I follow y'all too on Instagram, but I didn't even know y'all had a real deal gym. I just see y'all working. But who else should we look out for? You got my boy Tito Lopez. That's not your brother. You get what I'm saying? Let me say off the top of my head. Actually, a lot of people left Georgia. Dang. But yeah, I'm gonna say me and Tito right now. I'm rocking with Tito. Tito Lopez.
I got Sir Wisdom. That's right. Big Bad Cali Stockton, throw it down. What up, champ? Could you name us the 3 biggest fights that you should want to see this year, other than yourself, of course? Okay, so it's fights you'd like to see, not fights you'd like to be in.
Better BF versus Bivol. I've been studying a whole lot of Better BF lately. So I used to be Team Bivol, but now I was studying Better BF. The boy nasty. Get what I'm saying? So it's still gonna be a tough one, but I'm leaning towards Better BF on that one. I'm gonna say, of course, Canelo versus Benavidez. Who y'all got on that? Because I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably leaning towards Benavidez, man. I mean, he's younger,
Right.
bigger, more active, throws more punches. You know, Canelo is got a lot of rounds boxed. I know he's still young in age, but he's got like 487 rounds boxed. That's insane, bro.
Yeah, and then he.
I just feel like the momentum right now is in David's favor. Like coming off the best year of his career, Plant, and then Andre. You talk about Canelo, who had 2 fights that I mean, you feel me? We ain't really careful in Ryder and Jamel. Like, I just think David right now got all the momentum, everything going his way.
What's that? I think he is Southpaw. He also at 68. They were just talking about him.
David Morrell Jr.
Who y'all think him versus Benavidez?
I would still pick Benavidez, man. I know Morrell seems to be the goods, but experience matters. I just seen that with one of my favorite fighters. I've been pumping up for 7 years. She got in there, and the lights matter. Fighting under those lights, it matters. People say
Yeah.
it doesn't until it happens to them, and they come back and they tell you how the lights affected them, how the crowd affected them, how they couldn't settle down. There was anxiety. So, yeah, all that comes into play, and I think that David Morrell, he's only fought in front of 5,000 people.
Yeah.
That's not the same. Like Benavidez fought on the Earl Spence Mikey undercard. That's 48,000.
Wait,
And then
well, how about
Benavidez has been headlining.
this? Um, some people are made for the lights, or they prepare themselves for the lights. So let's say Devin Moreira come at his best, and Benavidez come at his best. You get what I'm saying? So
I still
everything.
feel this high level of experience, right? Like Benavidez has been in there with Plant. He's been in there with Boo Boo. Morrell's biggest name is Alantez Fox. Like that's not going. I mean, that ain't gonna get you ready for Benavidez. That's not the level of Benavidez. Like you used to hitting dudes that are gonna fall over. This guy ain't about to just fall over with the first shot. Maybe you can put him down, but it's gonna take more than one shot. And are you ready for that? Have you prepared to throw more than one shot because you so used to landing one? I
Yeah,
don't know. I gotta see it, man. I love the experience in any fighter. I can't count that out. Like I didn't pick Loma to beat Salido.
yeah,
I don't care about all your experience in the amateurs. That shit not the pros. 3-round fights ain't 10 and 12. So
yeah,
yeah, it count for something to me. But if you in a 12-rounder, it's not much I care about your 3-minute, 3-round fight. Like that shit ain't the same.
yeah. But my third fight that I want to see is my Abdul Wahid versus
Salute.
I said up Abdul Wahid versus Devin Haney.
Yeah, I hope we get that one day. What? How long you think it's gonna be before we get that?
We ain't gonna never get it. I want to see it, but
But
it
the
ain't gonna
man
never.
sparred you. You a welterweight. How can he fight Devin?
Okay, this the thing. Devin actually bigger than me. I did not know that. So,
But wait,
um,
you basing that off what? Off the weight that was released, or when you seen him in Vegas?
no, on the weight that was released when he was in Vegas, he was getting ready for Loma, so he
So
was real small.
basically, you telling us you've never weighed 165 on fight night as a welterweight?
I
They
was
don't
at,
weigh themselves on fight night.
I still weighed myself just because I wanted to know. I was at 162 that
Oh,
morning.
okay.
Yeah,
162 for the last fight, Danny. And he's a
yeah.
welterweight. God damn. Shout out to James Lockwood.
Yeah,
How
shout
you
out
doing
James
that?
Lockwood, man.
But
That's why he get paid the big bucks. You feel
hold
me?
up. And that's one day after weighing. Right now, I'm at the same thing, 165. So I don't get much bigger. I don't know if he do the same thing.
Wait, so right now you 165 today?
Yeah.
Damn,
So
champ. So maybe you should be going down to 40.
I'm too solid. Well, I can't even say I'm too solid because Devin Haney making weight. So never mind.
Right, because if you walk around at 65 and you fighting on fight night at 62,
yeah.
you giving up weight, man. I
But
mean, look, Haney was 165 for a
hold up,
140-pound fight.
hold up. Forget all that. I also believe in um Floyd Mayweather, as in he was walking around pretty much on weight. The most being 150 when he was fighting at
Nah,
47.
you ain't lying. You ain't lying. He never was heavy, but
Yeah, but
you
what
know
was
he
he
had
walking around when he was fighting at 30 though? You
true.
feel me?
I thought he was always pretty much on weight. If you look at him, he was always training. I don't really think he had camps. I
No,
think he was just
no, no,
training
no,
to.
no. I know what the optics was, but I'm saying like I didn't hear, and maybe I'm wrong, but the only time I heard Floyd walking around his fight weight was when he was at 47. I didn't hear about
Yeah,
that when he was at 30, 35, or 40. It was, when he was at 47 towards the end of his career, that the last several years that I was hearing that personally.
you're right. But with the
Yo,
fact that
so have you ever had I'm curious, have you ever used a dietitian for any of your
Nah,
camps?
too soon, bro. He just
no,
started.
no, not even that. I like learning stuff myself. So like I just research everything myself. Like the same thing the dietitian would do and research. That's how they got their knowledge. So instead of paying out the pocket to do all that, why can't I grab that and learn that for myself? Because not only is that gonna be good for boxing, it's gonna be a life after boxing. I still got the knowledge and I can hold on to that and still teach my little kids, teach my family everything on how to take care of themselves.
So you coming from the gym and you're cooking your own food, or it's already prepared?
I like cooking everything first.
Oh, damn. So you got to come
Yeah.
from a hard workout and get behind the stove, too?
I mean, if you get, it's just like waking up and breathing. If you just do it every day, it's just another day.
Nah, for sure. For sure. For
Yeah.
sure. I got,
So
okay, go
so
ahead.
I'm curious. You don't feel like uh that interrupt with maybe like because some people say they like to recover after they rest or they or after they train or they like to actually rest after they train. You don't feel that way? It's just like another part of your day.
What I feel like is they need to stop being soft. You- You're trying to tell me, okay, you got done working out. That is your life. You work out. Also, a part of your life is taking care of yourself. You're trying to take care, go in there and cook something. It's gonna take 30 minutes. You gonna rest after that. You all right. So stop being soft. That's how I look at it.
Let's go, champ. We got Toledo Trees that says, do you know any bare knuckle boxers? And what's your thoughts on the sport?
I don't know no bare knuckle boxers, but y'all get all the props in the world because I'm gonna let y'all have that over there in y'all corner. As you see, I already got brittle hands, and I'm not trying to tame up no more.
Mm. I got Chad in Canada. Is there a path you see for yourself to break through at the contender level?
He said, "What? What you mean, like opponent wise?"
I'm assuming that's the only path you can see. I
I
think
just,
that's the only way to get to that contender level is a specific guy you beat. I mean, we had that discussion. I think you can either beat an undefeated. What do you think? To go from prospect to contender, do you have to beat a former world champion, or can you also beat an undefeated fighter and that be your transition to contender status?
I say, it'd be I got to have one of those former champs or something like that because let's say, for example, my last opponent, he was undefeated. But that's not gonna get me. Even I believe, even if I would had a great performance, I don't think it would have got me to that contender status just yet. That's just my personal opinion. Um, I, and other guys, like let's say other up and comers like me, they won't take that fight because people are scary these days. They don't want to jeopardize that. Oh, until they make it. You get what I'm saying? So I say have to be one of those former champs. Like it's still gonna be a tough one. Like let's say Ugas, Barrios, even Thurman. Guys like that. If Sean Porter was still fighting a Sean Porter, guys like those. You get what I'm saying? That's what I think would get me to okay. This dude body. Let's see what he hitting on. You get what I'm saying?
Well, don't discredit yourself too much, champ. I feel like this what I say. I say if a world champion can defend they belt against you, you a contender. And because you are ranked, you feel me? You could
Mm.
get that title shot in theory or title defense in theory. So I think you a contender. But I get what you're saying though. Obviously you
Mm.
want that name to move up. Is there a guy that you wouldn't fight? Like, is there some not because of like skills and nothing like that, but I'm talking about like you mentioned you and Earl Spence, y'all boys. Like, if the
Yeah.
money was right in that offer, I know he over there on the other side, but I'm just saying, like, is there anybody that you wouldn't fight in this sport?
No. I feel like this is like what I'm saying. This is our job. You get what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, like I don't got a personal relationship with Errol Spence. I just like him as a fighter and stuff like that. So let's say Errol Spence would if I was to have to fight him. He's one of the guys I look up to, but at the end of the day, he got to pay his bills. I got to pay my bills. Let's work. You know what I'm saying? Let's get out after
So,
this. Be cool after this, but right now we got to get this money. What's up?
no, for sure. I feel like that should always be the case. People say like, oh, we friends, we would never step in. I'm like, if y'all friends, let's eat. Let's get this money together.
In fact, let's talk the most trash ever and make this our biggest paycheck if possible. You get what I'm saying? Let's take the promo to the top. Let's do all of that.
Champ, um, obviously you got an opponent for this fight, but what's your thoughts on Blair Cobbs? He's a free agent. Is that someone you'd be willing to fight
I,
or no? Because he has been inactive. I want to say like a year at this point.
yeah, I forgot all about dude, but yeah, I definitely fight him. I definitely fight him. You say he free agent now, right?
Yep.
Well, Golden Boy, you don't mess with Golden Boy no more.
Nope.
Well, yeah, I definitely fight him too. I think, matter of fact, I'm glad y'all said. I think he'll be one that may turn me to a contender.
Yeah, for sure. I think Blair could turn you into a contender for sure. So you like that fight?
Yeah,
Okay.
I forgot
Those are all
all
my
about dude.
questions. Say again?
I said I forgot all about dude though.
Nah, he training though. He is training.
Mm.
I don't know why he ain't doing them, but he's certainly been in the gym. But we did get to all the questions. Danny, if you don't have any more. Danny?
Nah, appreciate the time, champ.
All right. Well,
Appreciate y'all.
Mr. Norman, thank you so much. Give out your social media if anybody that isn't following you can do so.
I got you. You can catch me on Instagram or Twitter at officialb.norman. And I should be updating soon about a real deal opponent because we couldn't say nothing today.
Nah, for sure. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming on the show, and look to get you back on as soon as you can make that announcement official.
I got you on that one.
All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Brian Norman Jr. We got James Benitez on a check-in with the counter. Don't see you. Where you at? In the meantime, in between time. Ronnie, Phoenix, what up?
Good morning, man. How you guys doing today?
Straight.
Good, bro. Good.
Good interview, man.
Everything
Good
is
interview,
straight.
Danny, man. Good shit, man. Early in the morning, bro. I appreciate it, man. Give me to my work day. I like that Terence is going to be hopefully, I'm saying, he gets to go another route and go and handle his business shit instead of waiting around forever. He ain't getting no younger. You were talking earlier, Ness, about the Friday night fights and all that shit, man. And you remember, like, was it CBS or PBS used to put on the Saturday morning fights? You used to get, like, Panchito Guajardo and fucking Juan Baby Bull Diaz, Rocky Juarez, on them early Saturday morning fights and shit. I remember when I was still in prison, I think Arrow, the first time I ever seen Arrow fight was on some kind of, like, Saturday morning fight like that, bro. Yeah, that was good shit, bro. Friday night fights every fucking Friday with Teddy Atlas and fucking I forget the other dude's name, Joe Tessitore. I used to be up on all that shit, bro. Even after fucking Andre Ward won the Olympics when he won the gold medal, I used to catch Andre Ward fighting on like Fox, some kind of Fox show. Bro. I forget what it was, but they would have like Tuesday and Thursday night fights and shit, man. But yeah, I used to catch all that shit, bro. Those are good times, good days back then, man. But that's it, brother. I'm at work, man. I was just sitting back enjoying the interview, enjoying the fucking show as always, man. Thank you guys for your content. I thinking about going to watch this motherfucking Munguia fight at the end of the month, man. They got some pretty cheap tickets and shit. You get like some pretty good seats for like $100 and shit. But I kind of think the best seat is in the house. You know what I'm saying? Watching on my DAZN free. But that's my call, man. You guys enjoy your day. Thank you guys for your content as always, man. Make sure you guys are all hitting that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. Thank you, brother. You guys have a good one.
Appreciate you, Ronnie. I'm trying to get our favorite matchmaker on the show, man. He was driving, so maybe later. But I am screen sharing the tweet, Danny, that we were talking about that we couldn't find earlier, where Crawford seemingly announces that it's a wrap. He says, I done heard it all now, Earl Spence Jr. It's okay, though. All in all, I'm glad it's over and done with. I wish you well, my brother. So, yeah, he's walked away from the rematch. It is what it is. And it's the best thing, bro. Like Earl knows that wasn't the best thing for him to do going into that rematch. He need time off, man. He need rebuilding. Earl probably should go fight Blair to Flair. Remember he used to talk shit about Blair? Like, he might need to go fight Blair to Flair, get that shit as a little tune-up. And I know there's going to be people trying to hold him to his words about I don't do tune-ups. Bro, knock it off, man. Shit part of the sport. It's part of the sport, man. Who we got? This is a name I don't know. Gotta go and check. This is Came to Dream in Florida. What it do? What it do? What it do? Yup. We hear nothing. You know there. We going to Spider Rico. Sending love from Oregon.
Good morning, God.
Peace, God.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yo, you are truly blessed, right? You never have connection issues. Tell them.
I'm really blessed. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's why, but you know what I mean. I'm big blessed all the time.
Word.
I thank Allah. I always say, thank you, Allah. Everything. Today's January 17, 2024. I just say that to remind y'all because sometimes when you live in life, you know, the days pass by, the next thing you know, you're an old man. So, you know what I mean, y'all gotta just stay mindful. I'll go by the whole calendar. I never mark anything on the calendar. Some months, like how Nestor be saying every day is Friday. It's a good way to live, but we also got to keep account and be grateful for every day. Had it not been for the grace and mercy of Allah to you, we had surely have been lost. There are people who buy the life of this world for the price of the hereafter. Their penalties shall not be lightened, nor shall they be helped. That's from the Quran. This is my interpretation. There are those who fight for the bag, and there are those who fight for the peace and the retribution that thy people never had. You know, Mr. Tank Davis, I like to call him G Baby Davis. You know, he got a lot of names now, and I look up to him as a fighter and as a man. He following the Islam religion. I can't say that I follow it. I just read it so many times. No one's ever taught me anything about it. But if you know, even Devin Haney and his father, if y'all say you're about the Quran and that you're Islam, well, then you don't fight for the money because that's nothing in the hereafter. And so all you boxers talking about you fight for the money, well, some of the people like Muhammad Ali, they fight for the peace and the retribution that thy people never had. The retribution means revenge. Say, is there one without sin that could judge me other than Allah? Nay. Say, is there one without sin that could judge you other than Allah? Nay. There's many more things I want to say. You know, but somebody did send me a counterpunch the other day, and that's why I'm going in so tough because, you know, someone sent me money to speak. I'm not really with the speaking, but if I'm going to speak, I'm going to speak about this because, you know, does Allah or God really care if we fight each other, our brothers? You know, the Quran says that we should not shed our own brother's blood, and that's what boxing makes us do. Time and time again, they pin us against each other, and we put each other down. You know, but it's an art, and we got to think of it as an art and not as a war all the time. Allah is an enemy of those who reject faith. The curse of Allah is on those without faith. I said enough. It's Esteban from Oregon, beloved. I'm gone.
All right. Esteban. We're going to follow that up with Brandon. Brandon, gotta unmute. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that thumbs up.
Smash
subscribe.
that like.
We trying to get to a milli. Brandon, unmute, going once. General Camino. What up?
Yo, Nash Danny was good.
Damn,
What's the
champ, don't
word?
sound so excited.
Nah, I just finished breakfast and shit. I'm chilling right now. But yeah, bro, great interview, bro. I really enjoyed that interview you just did with Brian Norman. Made me more of a fan of him.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I think he should go after probably like Rosha or somebody like that. I mean, I don't see why he can't
I
even.
mean, that's
I think he
cross
could.
promotion, and he just lost Rocha did, so that means you know
Oh, they
that
gonna want to build him back up.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, even Stanionius, I wouldn't mind a fight with him and Stanionius. I think that'd be a good fight. That'd definitely do something for his career. If he could beat Stanionius, that'll put him exactly where he need to be. But outside of that, the whole Crawford situation, I'm glad he's moving on. I mean, it didn't look like Spence would be ready for that rematch, so it's best to let both men go their separate ways and see what happens after that. But yeah, I'm glad Crawford is moving on. And then as far as the Pro Box tonight, I mean, I'm excited for this card. This is probably the best card we getting all week. I don't think there's even anything on the weekend that's better than this Pro Box card, in my opinion. But yeah,
I mean, come on,
should
bro.
be a pretty
Michaela
good.
May and Natasha Jonas for the strappy strap.
Nah, I hear you, but I think I'm more interested in this Pro Box card because one of the dudes is from my state. What is it?
Okay.
I think it's Mackay. Maquan Williams. He's
Yeah.
Hartford, Connecticut. He from. So yeah, I got to represent the state today. So I'm
Yo,
excited for this one.
champ.
What's up?
I think he's gonna win.
I know. I got my money on him.
Bro, Feliciano is 30 years old. Marquand is 25. Marquand's had better experience, higher level fights. He got some draws with those higher level fights, but again, he's been under them lights. Feliciano's been in litigations. He had to get out of a fucking Golden Boy contract. He switched trainers. He switched neighborhoods. He went from fucking LA to Vegas. Danny, you should actually put the word out. Do they know him? Because he's been training with Silas. And has he been getting chippity chip, or is he putting some work on people?
But yeah, I think Maquan gonna get that decision tonight. As far as the Rojas fight, I think Rojas is probably gonna get a knockout between rounds 5 and 8. I think that's a good bet right there. And then with that Jacob Bradley fight, I think he may end up getting that knockout or a decision over that dude Barrero.
Man,
Probably, I think he might.
That was the bell. You said knockout. When the fuck did Jacob get a knockout again? CYP.
Might come tonight, he's saying.
Yo, what up? Greetings from Saudi. No, I'm fucking with you. Hey, actually, homie, I've been there before.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Keeping it real. I went there I don't know what year that was. Me and Wade went down there because that's really where the connection came from, homie. Was from Wade years ago through track and field. He used to be their head coach for their Olympic team. Oops. Anyway, I've been doing big things a long time ago, partner. Anyway,
No, I'm saying
I was
you wish you was calling in right now from Saudi, but yeah, come on, man.
No,
don't try to clean it up. Don't try to clean it up.
Oh,
Oh,
he telling you
shit.
shit about Wade. I
Oh,
already knew.
shit. Oh, shit. Breaking fucking news. Bro, Top Rank mad at Devin Haney. They signed Sandor. You know they trying to go to purse bid. Why else is you signing Sandor? They signed Sandor. They want that Devin Haney smoke. They mad at Haney. They about to pull a purse bid. Oh, shit. Yo, do they really think he could beat Haney? That's crazy. What made them sign this motherfucker? That's crazy.
Damn.
Go ahead, CYP. Sorry.
Wow.
No shit. That's good ass news shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but I look at it like this, man. I've been noticing some shit about Bud. It's not even Bud, but Bud is the topic. It's a lot of fighters who've been doing this shit before our eyes, and we didn't even notice it, yo. A lot of them, most damn near all of them, are about the money. they get on tweet, they Instagram, do whatever, and talk about fighters that we want them to fight. They call them out, the fighters we want them to fight. But we backdooring the biggest fights for the biggest money. So it don't really matter who we want to see. Shit, I can guarantee you we would have saw Bivol versus Beterbiev if somebody offered both them niggas $10 million. Ain't nobody doing that. That's why we ain't getting it. But once they do, if Saudi say 10-10, we gonna get that fight immediately. These dudes don't be giving a shit about what we want, what we asking for, but you give them that money, they will fucking do it. Like, it's about money, and they pretend to give a fuck about our opinions. They don't give a fucking shit. Oh, shit. This nigga Bud, we know if you're gonna fight anybody but Earl or Canelo, we want you to fight fucking Boots. He ain't fighting Boots, but he'll fight Tszyu. Now, you say, that's a belt. I say, bitch, check that paycheck before you start talking about that belt. To go fight in Australia, it's gonna be a lot of money Bud gonna get. Just like all the times he re-signed with Top Rank for that guaranteed money and knowing it wasn't gonna give us the fights we wanted. Bud always been doing that shit, and we never fucking noticed the shit. He's really good at getting his money first and then worrying about everything after. And that's actually a good businessman. So I'm not mad at Bud for that shit, but we gotta start calling these fools out for what they doing. It's about money for them, yo. It ain't about what we want. All that tweeting and shit, ignore half of that shit they do, man. They just doing that to stay relevant, so you'll stay fucking with them. Lastly, man, I know it's gonna piss some people off, but I was looking at, Cotto, Canelo, De La Hoya, Floyd, Pacquiao, all them dudes, right? All the pay-per-view stars. And we all knew who was bigger than who based off the metrics with all of them. We all knew that. But I've been hearing some things lately about Francis Ngannou being bigger than Wilder, but I looked up the numbers. As a combat artist in combat sports, Wilder is 2 times bigger than Francis. They both been doing pay-per-views since 2018. One got 4, one got 5. One of them has generated 2.5 million buys. Another has generated 1.2. That's double. One has generated $83 million. Another one has generated $220 million. That's 2. Third, the other guy has been A-side once out of 4. Other one was A-side 4 out of 5. We're not gonna talk about how much money they get because Dana White was hosing that nigga. But if you think about it, this nigga Wilder almost got 300,000 fighting no-name Ortiz. He fought Stipe Miocic, one of the bigger stars in pay-per-view. That did 300 and 300. My God, this shit don't make sense. I think sometimes we like to use the metric for fighters that we like, but when it benefits the fighter you don't like, you want to throw that shit out the window. Because I remember when I talked that shit for Tank versus Canelo, everybody used the metric against me. Well, what has he done? What has he doing on average? Well, how many times has he done that? Okay, cool. As I told you, I'm a fair motherfucker. What you use today can kill you tomorrow. Now listen, go ahead and rebuttal the shit and change it. That's what we do here. But remember, nobody can find nothing sturdy that they can't stand on. CYP out.
Lucky for me, I'm always playing chess while CYP is playing with Legos. So I put out a poll 20 hours ago. Who's the biggest star right now? We got almost 4,000 votes, Danny. Who do you think they picked?
It was only 2 options. What was the options?
I mean, CYP's 2 options.
Oh, Ngannou. I mean, knowing you, I am going to say Francis Ngannou.
I'm also screen sharing. These things can't be made up or fabricated. You know, you got guys that talk, you got guys that walk. You know what I'm saying? As my man in Cincinnati would say, we rocking with the steppers, man. Keem the Dream, what up?
Yo, can you hear me now?
What up?
Hello, can you
Yes,
hear me better
sir.
now?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
all
what up?
right.
What
Good
up?
morning to everybody. Good morning, Danny Ness, my people. I'm just calling in the
Good morning.
champion Pro Box, man. Really. I've been, I want to say it live on the show, man. I've been championing Pro Box on the back call for a while, and to people in person, man. Look, get behind Pro Box, y'all. The fact of the matter is they give you everything you want. For one, this always hooks people in. I'm being all the way real with you. Baddest ring card girls in the game, hands down.
It
I'm
is.
talking smashing everybody. Golden Boy ain't fucking with a matchroom, nobody. The baddest of the baddest women are at these fights. I mean, thongs, ass out, beautiful, gorgeous women. They got to be pulling them straight from South Florida because that's just where some of the most beautiful women in the world are. My wife is from South Florida. Shout out to Bougie in Broward, Vega down there in Palm Beach. Love South Florida. I rep all of Florida. The baddest ring card girls. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. If you love boxing, just take names aside. If you love to watch the sport, they always put on competitive fights, very good fights. You'll get action-packed Mexico versus Mexico. You'll get skilled fighters. I mean, you get amazing style matchups and great fights that on a Wednesday night. You can't beat that. And they still give you good names. Ray Beltran has fought on Pro Boxing and Jean Pascal and a lot of up and coming undefeated prospects. They put them in tough against good names. You got to get step up fights on Pro Box. They work hand in hand with Top Rank. You see Kelvin Davis fight on Top Rank ESPN, and then you see him fight on Pro Box, and they don't put him in easy. I thought he had a tough fight in his last fight versus Clarence Booth, who was a pressure come forward fighter. A lot of people thought he lost that fight. Like, it was a good fight. Pro Box, their matchups are always good. It's always exciting fights on a Wednesday night. So you got beautiful women, you got good boxing, you get great commentary with Paulie Malignaggi, who, say what you want about Paulie and what the shit he says on his YouTube and all that. At the end of the day, everybody's always known he's a great commentator. He breaks the sport down well. He makes it easy to digest for anybody. Chris Algieri, another great boxing mind. Those are the two commentators that are part of the team. It's great commentating, beautiful women, great fights on a Wednesday night. You can't beat it. I mean, you really can't beat it. And Pro Box, just the whole system they got with having their own venue. Not a huge venue, but it's nice. We've been there, Ness. We had a Border Wars there, holds probably 1,000 people. A very nice venue. So they do it right, man. Not having to spend all this money on site fees and all that shit. They got their own place. They can bring in, better fights, and better names and whatnot. It's just, as a whole, Pro Box is where it's at, man. I'm telling y'all, get behind Pro Box. You can watch them free on YouTube. The only thing with YouTube is, YouTube throws in mad commercials. So sometimes shit'll be mid-round and fucking YouTube throws a commercial at you, which sucks. But, you can pay for the app. It's cheap. It used to be $1.99. I think they upped the price now, but still, it's cheap for the app. And the app comes with 24/7 news coverage. They got Teddy Atlas, Tim Bradley, Sean Porter, Paulie. They got all these people talking boxing all the time, all day, man. So you get more than just the fight. They pay for fights and put them on. Big Baby, when he fought Lucas Brown in Dubai, that was on Pro Box, So get behind Pro Box, man. I'm serious. Real boxing shit, real hardcore shit. It's Pro Box, man. It's where it's at. They got another great card on the night, man. Some undefeated guys. Just get behind Pro Box, bro. I can't say it enough. They got everything you want. Like I said, from the women to the fights to the commentary, whatever you want, man. Pro Box got it. It's where it's at. Ness is in the building. Ness has been champion in Pro Box for a while. He's done live fight chats on a Wednesday for Pro Box. Like, y'all know Ness, man. He's famous for saying, like, to get his time, it takes something, right? His time he's got to spread it around a lot. So to get his time to do live fight chats and shit, you got to beat somebody. You got to be doing something. You feel me? So for him to do live fight chats on Pro Box tells you there's good fights, there's good names, man. It really is where it's at. And like I said, they work hand in hand with Top Rank. It's where it's at. Go watch Pro Box. As far as Bub versus Tszyu, I love the fight. I hope it happens. Tszyu's a big star over there in Australia. It's an easy sell. This is where you double up on the money. You get the USA money in the pay-per-views, and then you get the Australian money in the pay-per-views. So it's big money for Bud. Tszyu and his team have been for years out here saying they're willing. They got the money. They got the backing. They were saying they'll overpay Charlo to come over there and fight. They were offering to overpay fighters, literally saying, we don't care. We'll pay you more than what you usually get because we just want big fights. They got the money. They got the backing. I think Bud, he's shown to be strong as fuck. He tossed Jeff Horn around. He tossed Errol Spence around. He's a lot stronger than he looks and for his size. And so I think he can deal with Tszyu. He can deal with the pressure because of that strength. And then, the boxing ability speaks for itself. The punch placement, the accuracy is a big deal. If you've ever stepped in the ring, you know that if I punch you with the same power in the forehead, it's not going to hurt as much as if I punch you directly in your nose. You feel me? Like, accuracy matters. Punch placement matters. And that's what Bud has over a lot of fighters. He doesn't just punch you where it's open. He punches you in the opening that's going to hurt more, and that means more. The accuracy is important. So I got Bud beating Tszyu. I don't know if he stopped him. Although we did see Terrell Gausha put Tszyu on his ass with a nice, accurately placed counter punch right down the middle because Tszyu tends to get too wide. But I think Bud could definitely, he's got the skills, man. And I want to see it. I want to see the little guy from 135 where he started, move up to 54 and take on, the big pressure fighter, the guy knocking everybody out, man. So, and he dealt with Tony Harris. Who's getting better? I don't want to shit on him. He dealt with Tony Harrison, who's a very slick fighter, very slick fighter. He dealt with him well. So, it's a great matchup, man. It's a good fight for boxing. I'm here to champion boxing always, man. Shout out to boxing. Shout out to TBV, baby. I'm gone.
All right, champ. Appreciate you calling in. Buenos dias, Sarafina. What's going on? Welcome to the show.
And how y'all doing? How y'all feeling?
Oh, we're good. Feeling good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
So
Better every day.
I wanted to get you on a little bit so you could tell the world about your new show that we're gonna be doing tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's called The Check-In with Sarafina. Tell them what it's all about.
So yeah, just recently, back in November, a fighter of mine passed away. He was shot and killed, Samuel Taya, in a domestic dispute. And then not too long ago, after that, Kim Killick, who was also a former fighter of mine, they say he intentionally overdosed, and he also passed away. And so these two passings, so close back to back, it just proved to me that boxing needs attention in the mental health area. Um, Boxing's one sport that I feel that mental health is overlooked because we expect fighters to be crazy and, you know, uh, go off the hinges. We expect this behavior from boxers. You had Arturo Gatti, who, unfortunately passed away. You have Mike Tyson, who was off the rails. You have Tank, who can't even leave the state of Maryland because, hit and runs. And these are things that we're so used to fighters doing and the way that they behave, but it's not healthy, and it's not the way uh anyone should behave, right? But we tend to forget, and I feel like we tend to forget that fighters get into boxing because 9 times out of 10 they were unruly children. I was one of those kids, and the parents put them into boxing for an outlet. And sometimes we don't want to make our kids feel like a science project, or like there's something wrong with them. You don't want to take them to the doctor because you don't want to put them on medication or whatever, but there might be some underlying issues there, um, that's not being addressed. And I feel like getting him into boxing, yeah, that's great, but it's not getting to the root of the real problem. And I feel like a lot of these men and women, including myself, grew up with childhood trauma. I grew up in an abusive household, and all I knew was violence. So it even looking at my life, I got into a relationship with a boxer who was abusive, and I looked at it as love. I felt, well, my dad hit me and my dad loved me and I love my dad, so this must be what love is. And until I spoke to someone about that, I was okay with it. And I realized after speaking to someone that this is not love. This is not how love should feel. And I think that coming to that realization, it opened my eyes to the fact, well, maybe if I can come to this realization, I can get help. Maybe I can help someone else. And some of these other, men and women that are going through things in their life right now, especially fighters, because we were talking about the health insurance situation, and I know we had our conflicting views on that, but it's not always super easy to get. And a lot of these guys, really, men and women, they don't know how to go about it. So the point of the show is to really kind of address these issues, and if we can help them to find health insurance or to find help in their area, or even just give them a platform to where they can speak about their story, and other fighters can kind of like tune in and chime in and understand that they're not the only ones going through these things or having these feelings. So yeah,
So the first guest is going to be
Andre Durrell, long time friend of mine. When I used to work for Gary Shaw, we did the Super Six together. He just recently retired, and he posted a really heart-wrenching post on Instagram. I think it was on one of his stories, and he was going through it. You know, he was teary-eyed, crying, and came to the realization that his career's come to an end. He's never going to fight again. Um, but it's like, what's next now? You know, it's like one of those, you know, like getting fired from a job or something. Like, what's next? What do I do now? You know, when all you've done your entire life is box and you know nothing else, what's the next step? You know, so I'm kind of giving him a platform to maybe like encourage other guys that are, you know, at the tail end of their career, or, you know, recently retired. Like, what can you do, uh, you know, with your time now? You know, now that you have all this extra time on your hands, you know, how do you find your passion outside of boxing if boxing has been your only passion for so many years?
So what could people expect from this particular show?
Um, you know, the expectation is to bring awareness and also to provide resources for not only just fighters, but for anyone who might be going through, you know, any trauma at home, or, you know, depression or issues at work, or, you know, if you need someone to talk to, it's okay. And I want people to feel like it's okay, and not to play the tough guy role. Like, it's okay to be vulnerable sometimes. You know, it's okay to cry. If you have to go in your room and scream, do that if it makes you feel good, you know. But the thing that's not okay is to deflect your anger or your issues onto other people, you know, by abusive behavior, or um, lashing out in public, or hit and runs, or whatever the case may be. Like, there's other ways to channel the anger, there's other ways to channel the frustration other than lashing out.
Well, Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific Standard Time. Catch Sarafina right here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice alongside me, where we'll have our first episode with Andre Durrell. Sarah, thank you for coming on. Give out your social media, please, for anybody that isn't following you can follow you.
Sure, it's Sarah with an H. Fina is FINA _ the artist.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you
Split
for your
T
time,
Zone,
Sarah.
Sarafina. She's going to be doing the check-in here on TBV. We're going to start it off maybe a once-a-month thing, see how it goes with some of the fighters, and see what stories they're willing to share. You know, everybody's story can help the next person. But we about to get my boy. He was nominated for Guest of the Year. He didn't win it due to Bill Haney being who he is. But we about to get Brad Goodman on the show in just a bit. I got Burrow City E. Actually, CYP got a counterpunch.
Back to the show. Hey, who won Prospect of the Year on TBV? Who was it? Who won?
I think Abdullah Mason, right?
Was that the dude you picked?
Nah.
Ah, damn. So the polls did you dirty.
Yep.
Shit. All right. Hey, I was looking at some polls before, and everybody listening, you know this shit is true. When Devin Haney was undisputed and before he was undisputed, there were polls all around all the boxing community. Who's the best at lightweight? They're all around him. I screenshotted 40,000 views. 40,000 votes, 20,000 votes, 60,000 votes. I screenshotted them. Every single one of them said it was Tank. Every single one of them said it was Tank. But one dude is undisputed. But all the polls said it was Tank. But all of them, so I'm like, the polls are funny. Do you agree with those polls, Ness? Do you agree with them?
I never seen the polls you speak of.
Well, then forget it. Let's say if there was a poll that said Tank is the best by 30,000 votes, would you believe it?
I mean, I would need to see the polls, see how many people.
Okay, we can move on. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We know how you do. Secondly, when I was thinking about that, these polls thing, it's just crazy that Ngannou versus Fury did 50K, right? But Wilder versus Helenius did 75. So this is what I'm gonna do. I want anybody to be honest as a man. If you think Wilder versus Fury 4, a fight we don't need, a fight we don't want, do y'all think that'll do more than 50K? Yes or no in the chat. Be honest. Do you think Wilder versus Fury 4 would do more than 50K? And Wilder, shit, damn near done. If you think that Wilder versus Fury would do more than 50K, then Ngannou ain't the fucking star y'all talking about. Because he's going to be in another fight where he's beat side again. He's beat side again with a famous boxer. The fucking UFC didn't represent him that way. He comes over here, he's still doing lower views than he did over there. But somehow we changed the metric around because it fits our narrative. Ryan has so many Instagram followers. Tank's still the motherfucking man. We're talking about in the sport. Bigger right now as a celebrity, more known right now. Ryan is the biggest. Shit. But we're talking about in the sport of boxing or even combat sports, compare them both. Ngannou is nowhere near Wilder. Not then, not now, until he could do better than 50K, because Wilder just did 75 with a no-name. And Wilder's lowest pay-per-view ever was the Day of fucking Reckoning, and he wasn't even A-side. So when he goes to other people's shit, it's trash. Trash. I tell you. But see, metrics, y'all don't like metrics. I get it. I get it. I get it. Metrics fuck with y'all. But I got another slogan for you motherfuckers. Numbers can only get you high if your IQ isn't low. That's why numbers get me so fucking high. That's why I'm more trusted than any of you motherfuckers who call in. And I got something for you niggas too. I realize the niggas who call themselves hardcore boxers, hardcore fans, y'all motherfuckers barely counterpunch and barely super chat. What kind of fucking hardcore are you where the so-called casuals donate more and contribute more to the show than your bitch asses? Y'all motherfuckers let down the boxers and you let down TBV.
CYP, man. Who you got on tonight's fights, man?
It depends, man. What's today? What's today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
I'm busy as fuck during the week, man. I ain't got time to watch no boxing on a Wednesday night. I'll catch you later on, but I ain't got time for that. Not tonight. I'm busy, man. Y'all know I'm really busy. Let's cut the bullshit. I ain't one of them back call niggas who work all day and sit around on a call talking boxing all fucking day. Nah, nigga, I make lots of it, lots of dinero. I ain't got time for that. I'll catch him later, but Wednesday, fuck that. One of my busiest days. CYP out.
All right. Jake Paul's burner. Oh, hold on, Jake. Hold on, Jake. Jake, you gotta hold on, Jake. We got my main man, Brad Goodman. What's up, Brad?
Hey,
How
guys.
are you, man?
Good, guys. How you doing?
Oh, good, good. Happy to have you on the show.
Appreciate it, man.
So
Happy to be here.
So what's going on, man? What's cooking?
Nothing, man. I heard you guys early in the morning about
Oh no, I know exactly where I want to go with this.
Sandor.
Yes. What made you guys sign Sandor Martin?
I just read it, but it's probably because he's the number one guy, for Devin. If Devin stays at 140, that's probably the reason. I don't really know. I haven't spoke to the guys or anything.
I mean, but you're the matchmaker. What sort of shot do you give Sandor?
With who, Devin?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's a very difficult fight. Devin's a hell of a fighter. I mean, he's going to beat most guys out there, but it's just basically protecting us in case he did win the fight.
Man, I am shocked that Eddie dropped that ball, huh? Everybody
Yeah.
just assumed Sandor was going to end up with Matchroom again.
Yeah. Well, we have a good relationship, with the Italians, and we've put Xander on a couple of those international ESPN shows. So, Um, I mean, that's probably the reason. I mean, we have a good relationship with those guys, Kirky and them guys.
Um, you've been in this business so long. Have you ever seen something like Turkey Al Sheik?
He's doing an amazing job. You know, hopefully it keeps going. It's great for boxing.
I know.
Yeah,
It's
I
crazy,
haven't.
man.
Oh, and the money that they're getting. I mean, it's great. It's great for the fighters.
Yeah, man. He's certainly putting on some good fights too. Does he have his own matchmaker? Do you know? Because obviously some of your fighters are fighting over there.
Yeah, that I don't know, but I'm assuming what they work with Eddie and Frank. Maybe they're matchmakers and stuff. Um, but I'm not really sure about that.
I mean that's a decent fight. Ray Vargas versus Nick Ball.
Yeah.
Um, and I mean, damn, who thought that Wilder would lose? Did you think that?
Well, you remember when I said both guys were live dogs, with Otto Wallin and Parker. I I did I thought Wilder would win that fight, whereas I thought Wallin was more of a live dog with Joshua. But it shows you what the hell I know. you know?
Yeah, Joshua turned it around, man. He's looking really
He looked
mean
great.
again. He's looking
Yep.
mean again.
It's the best I've ever seen him. I mean, he was really pinpoint on everything. And he's gonna be hard to beat if he fights that way again.
Yeah, were you
You
surprised to
think
see?
it was a switch of trainer?
Could be.
Now
Ben's
working
a
with
very,
Ben
very good.
Davidson?
Yeah, Ben Davidson's a very good trainer. He gets the best out of the guys. Not saying that Derek James wasn't or Robert Garcia. Those guys are great trainers also, but I think it's a better fit with him and Ben Davidson.
No, definitely. I agree. I loved what I saw out of AJ. What do you
Yeah.
make of them actually making the Ngannou fight? Obviously, AJ two, he became heavyweight champion of the world twice, won multiple belts, and to fight a guy coming off the loss. Do you like the fight, or what are your thoughts on it?
I mean, I like the fight for AJ, no problem at all. Um, Listen, the other guy, he put up a great fight with Fury. I don't know for a fact, but I assume that Fury was maybe in half-ass shape and didn't really take it that serious. He thought it would be an easy fight, which it turned out it wasn't. Um,
Phone call. We're live with with top rank matchmaker.
Matchmaker.
Okay, he's back. Are you?
yeah,
Okay.
I put it on Do Not Disturb, man, but people keep calling, man. I don't know what's up.
So you were saying?
Yeah, I think he earned it. I think people, believe, that he may have a shot with AJ. Um, so it's an interesting fight. I mean, he definitely deserved it after that performance with Fury.
Were you surprised? Because I was certainly disappointed and surprised that Wilder did not take the Zhang fight.
I didn't know he didn't. I mean, it's a fight he should have taken.
Yeah, no, Parker took it. He didn't take it, so Parker
Yeah.
and Zhang are fighting on the undercard of Ngannou and AJ.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't know why. I don't know what the reasoning is. But he has good people behind him. Shelley, Finkel, and all of them. They're good guys. There must have been a reason. That I don't know what the reason is though.
Now you've
Um,
been watching Parker for a while because you guys had Andy on Top Rank, and obviously that was his first title shot. Do you give Parker a shot
yep.
versus Zhang?
Not really.
Mm,
I don't.
me neither. But I didn't
You
give
know.
him a shot versus Wilder. I feel like I'm an idiot. I didn't see that one coming.
Listen. There was. I can't figure out what happened with Wilder. He was very laid back. He was too relaxed. I think a lot of it maybe had to do with the inactivity. Not fighting for a while. I don't consider that the Helena's fight, that 1 round fight, that wasn't a fight, but he needed to be active. And I think that if he was active, it could have been a different result.
Have I ever
Not taking
asked?
any, not taking anything away from Parker, because Parker's a very competent guy. He knows what he's doing.
Have I ever asked your thoughts on potential matchup with Fabio Wardley and Jared Anderson?
No, but Jared will fight anybody. You
But
know,
what? But I mean, again, you're the matchmaker. What do you think of that? Because I feel like those are the two most athletic heavyweights we have today.
yeah. I mean, I like the fight, but there's always two sides. The other guy has to agree also. I know Jared will fight anybody. He doesn't care.
Wow. So nothing about Wardley, uh, I guess, concerns you.
Not that he doesn't concern me. I mean, these guys, they got to fight. You know, only the best rise to the top, man. And if Jared wants to be the best, he's willing to fight the best.
Are we? Do we have a return time frame for Jared yet?
Not, they're still working on it. Not sure yet.
So no chance of him landing on either of these cards in Saudi?
Well, not February, no, but it still remains to be seen. He could stay here in the States. He could be out there. We're working on it.
Is Bacoli an option?
For Jared,
Yes.
that's a fight I would stay away from.
Because of the weight? Is it because of the weight?
Just him being so big, being a puncher. To me, it's a lot of risk with no reward. Not saying that Bacoli is not capable, because he is, but I think more people know like a Fabio Wardley, and other guys like that. Bacoli's one of those dangerous guys that nobody really knows, and he can punch, and stay away from punchers.
Obviously, well, first your thoughts on Dubois and Gerald Miller's fight, and did it play out how you expected? I guess.
No, man, I was bad that night. I didn't give Dubois any shot. I thought
Really?
Miller was. Yeah, I thought he was going to destroy him. I'm doing bad, bro. I'm doing real
Wow.
bad. Told you. I
Yeah, no,
told you
I
that.
picked Miller too, but Jesus, he just he couldn't get it done. I mean, I thought he would eventually wear him out, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
That's what I figured. The second half of the fight, he'd wear him out with his weight, but nothing. He couldn't do anything. I was shocked.
He really didn't use that weight like the way Fury did on Wilder. He should have leaned
Yeah,
on him to slow him down. That never really happened. But he did have another issue outside the ring. Does that keep you guys away from that real big baby please stand up fight?
I love that fight, but like I said, the last time I was on, he just can't be trusted after
Yeah.
failing 2 or 3 tests. That's what people want to see. Who's the real big baby, and you know, and if he doesn't show up, and you got to change the opponent and all that, it takes all the spice away.
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, I don't know if you've seen that right after the fight, he had another incident and he ended up in jail.
I saw something about that, but I didn't really read up on it or anything. Is he?
Unfortunate.
Yo,
Hey,
so
he's
Brad, let me tell you, right? So he comes back.
Come
He
on,
gets
man.
his
Don't
he gets
publicize
he
it, man. It's just it's an
no no
unfortunate
no.
situation.
No, he don't know. I'm filling him in. So look, he gets his truck repoed, right? So he
Yeah.
takes himself and a young lady to the dealership. Uses the lady allegedly uses the lady as a pawn. I'm pretty sure there's footage on it. Uses the lady as a pawn to distract the guy. Gets back in the truck.
Well,
And
you forgot the part where he put him in a chokehold.
yeah, he puts the guy in the chokehold and
You're terrible, Danny.
That's
Yeah.
crazy,
fill him
man.
right in.
Fuck, man.
That's crazy. But
What's up
anyway,
with what's up with
I was
No,
Arslan bet?
so Brad, I gotta ask though. I gotta ask because like from the outside looking in, people like, oh, the Saudi money must have not cleared for him to
Yeah.
be doing these things. Like some people felt this way. Some people
Man.
were suggesting this. Obviously, you guys have done business. I know the boss has gone out there. Bob Arum's
Bro,
been out there.
tell him, Brad, that money's real.
I haven't heard anybody really complain yet on our side. I mean, everybody
Just making
as far
sure.
as, huh?
No. Again, I just making sure because a lot of people were suggesting that because you just fought on a huge card, you should have made a nice penny, and
I mean, it takes longer sometimes for these international checks to clear.
Oh,
We s-
absolutely. Come in right away, man. It could take a month or so, you know?
wow, really that long? Oh my God, that's terrible.
A lot of times, yeah. You know, they want to see how all the pay-per-view came along and stuff like that, you know. That's where they're generating some money also.
Mm, damn. That's crazy. I can't imagine waiting for a check to clear 30 days. You better have some money in the bank. Not
Yeah.
need, not waiting on that check. That's not a good one.
right.
So what's your thoughts with Arslanbek? Is he coming back or that was I mean, were
That,
you expecting that performance?
yeah, I was so like I said, I was bad, man. I was bad. And I was even bad the other night, man. With you remember when I said I'd give Callum Smith a hell of a shot?
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about anymore. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and not make predictions.
I gave Callum a better shot than he actually fought
Yeah.
very good though. Come on, he was again. I want to see Callum Anthony Yard now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a hell of a fight. But Better Biev took it right to him right from the get go, which he's not known to do. He's known as a slow starter. And the minute he jumped on Smith, he basically just took the fight out of him. You know,
Yeah.
I
I
was very
felt like he was game
Right.
though, man. He gave us he definitely answered or presented some questions that we needed answers to from Better BV. He hit him with the double left hook. He
Yep.
hit him to the body. He hurt him to the body with that 6-7. He
Yeah.
countered Better Beef with a 6-7 to the gut, and I really want the Benavidez fight now. What do you think? I think Benavidez can move right up and beat him.
Benavidez he's going to be very successful at light heavyweight. He's not going to struggle with the weight. He's going to be a tough guy to beat. Now I don't know if he's going to beat Better Biev. Let's see what happens with Better Biev and Bivol first. That's
Yeah,
I
I
that's
mean, I
what he
think I
wants.
think uh I think Better Beef should get that fight. I've been watching Bivol's tapes again. I don't really see him pivot. He has
Yeah,
great footwork, but he doesn't pivot. So anybody that's
yeah,
going straight back, eventually Better Beef is gonna, cut that distance. He's gonna hit you. His jab is like a right hand. So you
yeah,
gotta pivot away from him. You can't be on a straight line with this guy. And that was Callum's fault. He kept
yeah,
straight line, going back, and now you're in the corner, or now you're on the ropes. If you gotta fight like the way Tank fought Isak Cruz. You just constantly turning, kind of like Devin and Regis too. Just keep turning them, but
yeah.
it's easier said than done, of course.
You get change.
Say again, you broke up.
But the minute you get hit, the game plan goes right out the window.
For sure, man. For sure. So
Brad,
Keyshawn is
I know you
back.
said that.
Go ahead, Danny. I'm sorry.
No, I know you said you didn't want to do any more predictions because you've been on the bad streak lately. But I'm genuinely curious your thoughts on your fighter this weekend, Michaela Mayer, moving up once again to
Danny,
welterweight this
check the
time.
battery on your headset. It sounds like you're breaking up a bit, but he wants your thoughts on Michaela Mayer this weekend.
I've only seen the other girl fight, so
Hello?
it's hard to make that prediction. When I'm really not familiar with the person, but just watching her that one time, and I think it was her last fight that I saw Natasha fight. I would say Michaela, is just better overall, better athleticism, a little bit younger. The Natasha's up there in age, isn't she?
Yeah, she's 39 years old.
Michaela being younger, a little bit fresher. I like Michaela, by decision.
Do you know the thought process? I mean, besides being comfortable, but like why the rapid jump in weight. She hasn't since her loss. She hasn't fought more than one fight in a weight class. She went to 35, then
Yep.
40, now 47. I'm just curious.
Well, she was Denny. She was struggling real bad at 130. And even at 35, it was hard for her. So her plan all along was to fight really at 40, grab a title, and then go up to 47. She just wants to fight big fights. Um, there was just nobody at the moment at 140. It doesn't mean after this fight she won't go back to 40 and see if there's a big opportunity there. Because I think that's where she fits at 140.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Cameron or Katie Taylor fight at 40 would be huge.
Exactly. They like her out there in England, Michaela. She's big out there.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like she's been doing her thing. Several fights out there now, so uh, I'm looking forward to the fight this weekend. Probably the biggest fight of the weekend. So
Who do you guys like?
I like Michaela in that one, but again, I thought like I heard the weight issue, so I thought that I honestly thought she'd be stronger in the ring at 40. And when I saw her last fight, to me she seemed a bit sluggish, to be honest. But
Yeah.
I think that certain fighters, fight down to the level of her competition. So I'm expecting to see, the best Michaela this weekend. I think that uh she's a hell of a talent. So I
Yeah.
think she pulls it off. Just wanted your thoughts on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I like her in the fight. Decision.
Yeah, I expect her to get the win as well. I think that there is bigger things on the horizon for her. But I do want to talk about a potential matchup that's been brewing and picking up a lot of steam. Obviously, um, it's gotten as far as to Shaquille O'Neal talking about it. That's the Clarissa Shields, Alicia Bumgarner. Can you see that fight happening at 47? And who do you got winning?
I mean, what's the lowest Clarissa's ever even weighed? It was like
54. I want to say 54.
I don't see her getting 147. You
Mm.
know, I don't see that.
Even if she says she can make the weight?
But I mean, yeah, if she can make it, and it doesn't hinder her performance or anything like that, and it doesn't make her weak, I think Clarissa is the best out there, hands down, and I would think she would beat Alicia.
Mm. Oh, I thought Danny was going to have a rebuttal with that one. He just took it on the chin.
I know.
Okay.
Wow, he's giving his thoughts. He's giving his thoughts.
No, I mean, I don't know. I thought you was going to maybe come with a comeback because Alicia seems to believe that her left hook would do damage, um, to Clarissa.
Clarissa to me is too big, man. Too big. She's just used to that weight. I mean, Baumgartner would be what? She'd be going up like
Yes.
17. It's Clarissa wins that fight,
Mm.
in my opinion.
What about Serrano Bumgarner?
Amanda's a hell of a talent also, but she's getting up there in age and maybe slowing down a little bit. That's a fight I would like to see. That's a fight I'd love to see. That fight.
Oh, so
think it, I think it's more even up. Um, Very, very tough fight. I mean, I can see Baumgartner winning that fight.
mm, yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah. But that kind of, yeah, I like that fight, man.
Um, we had Brian Norman on the show. He's obviously not satisfied with his performance in his last fight versus Quentin Randall, even though it was an undefeated fighter. Um, he made it clear on today's interview that he wasn't happy with the way that he looked. What
Mm.
was your thoughts on the performance? And yeah, I asked him about the father receiving a lot of criticism and people wanting maybe a different set of eyes to come in, not necessarily the father leave. What's your thoughts on that as well? I mean,
I was pleased overall.
really.
Yeah, I listen. The other guy, in Quinton, he wasn't really trying to win the fight. He was more in survival mode. And when you have a guy that's in survival mode, it's really hard to look good against because the other guy's really not trying to win. You know, and he didn't open up. Quinton. Where he can maybe, get hit with a counter shot. And to Brian's credit, he's been fighting solid opposition. When we first used him the first time, against the Argentine guy, he almost had him out in the first round. He blew his load in the first round, and got a little tired, then got his second win. But that was the very first fight. Second fight, we used him. It was a good, solid 8-round fight. But he also had a bum hand. His hand was bad. So he was fighting, handicapped a lot of those fights. I think he's going to be better for it now. And his next fight, he's fighting Boca Chica, a guy that's right there in front of him. He's willing to engage.
Oh, you announced it. He wasn't. He wasn't announcing it, so we didn't say the name.
Oh yeah, I think they put it up already. I think they put it.
I don't know, but hey, cool. I think it's a tough fight, and I was telling him that. What is the thought process? Like, why Boca Chica right after Quentin Randall? Because some of our listeners, the live ones, they started asking questions to Brian live, and they said, "Do you feel Top Rank is trying to cut you? Putting you in tough back to back."
Mm-hmm. Well, I talked to the management. Jolene. I gave him a couple options, and the fight that they liked was Boca Chica. I also offered up Eric Bonet, the kid that just put up a real good fight with Santione.
Yeah, that's actually a great name. He was in the ring with Porter.
Exactly. But they chose Boca Chica.
90 seconds.
I think they definitely know what they're talking about, and that's what they felt most comfortable with, and that's what we got them. And I think, Boca Chica to me is, tons of balls, solid, good chin. He's going to come to fight, and he's going to be right there for Brian. So Brian has, the overall skills, and if he can stop the kid, more credit to him.
We talked about a potential fight with the possibility of a Blair Cobb since he's a free agent, and only mentioned him because we had spoke with Brian and asked him previously about going from prospect to contender and how does one do that. So you can answer this question first, right? Can a prospect become a contender by beating another undefeated, or does he need a former world champion? Or like Brian said, it must be name value to become contender.
I think it's a combination. Name value is very, very important. And after this fight, on March 2nd, maybe we get him, a former world champion, or some guy like in the top 10, top 12. Fighting another prospect, yeah, that's good, and it helps a little bit. But Blair Cobbs, he hasn't fought in how long? Like 2 years?
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a
Yeah.
minute.
If he was more active and stuff, maybe it would be a little bit more spicier or something. But he's unfortunately a forgotten guy because he fought.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up here just to be exact. Says the
Yeah,
last fight was August
even
2022.
Even Norman's like, oh, I totally forgot about that guy.
Yeah,
I don't. And it's unfortunate, you look up, Danny Garcia may fight Lara, whatever. Yeah, it may be a good fight, but it's two guys that really haven't fought in like what, 2 years each guy or something like that. They've been forgotten.
So when you say top 10, if he can beat Boca Chica, are you saying in the WBO or you mean in general?
Just maybe in general, if there's something available. I mean, we're gonna give him a good push this year. You know, um, like I said, he definitely can go 10 rounds. There's no problem with that.
Yeah, no, he's got a tank.
Yeah, and I think he's going to be better for it after that last fight. I think he's going to be much better. I really do. He fought a crafty guy, a guy that was in survival mode. Um, could he have looked better? Yeah, he could have looked better, but you have to take into consideration what was in front of him. A guy that was really in survival mode, not really trying to win the fight.
I know you're not
Brad,
management. Hold on, Danny. I know you're not management, but since Stantillion just got the great win, he's in the number one position. Crawford just said the Earl Spence fight isn't happening. Are we gonna call Paco to push something here? Maybe get him to vacate? Like,
I don't know if Crawford would take it, just because it doesn't really mean anything to
no,
him. I think,
exactly. But then he would be forced to vacate.
yeah, he'd be forced to vacate. Santion's in a situation after that last performance. He wants to move on to bigger and better things. Now, fighting just goofball fights means nothing to him. He deserves something now. So let's see what happens. It maybe if Terence moves up and the title becomes vacant, then he fights for a vacant title.
With Boots being in limbo, there's no
Mhm.
network, but there's plenty of video of his father saying that they're working with Espinoza, whatever that means. Do you see a world where Top Rank would offer Boots a fight versus Stantillion on ESPN?
I mean, if that's what presented itself, yeah.
I mean,
I don't.
only you guys could present it. I mean, he's the champion without a network, so it would have to be Top Rank sending the offer.
Yeah, if that's what had to be, I guess that's what would have to be. I mean, Santion's in a situation where his age, I mean, he just wants to fight, for the big prize and for the best money, and that's where he would probably get it.
Do you like that fight?
I think Boots is a hell of a talent, man. Probably the best guy out there, after Terrence. He's a hell of
So
a
you're
talent.
saying after Terrence. So if Terrence turned around and said, "Fuck it, I couldn't become three-time undisputed in three separate divisions, but I can beat Boots again and become two-time undisputed at welterweight."
Terrence isn't going to waste his time with that.
Wow.
The Terrence one, he wants, well, Charlo lost or whatever. The Zoo fight makes a lot of sense. It's a big, big money fight, especially if it goes to Australia. And Terrence doesn't turn down anything, man. I mean, he'll go to Australia. He has no problem with that.
I mean, but Zoo's been in the media so much wanting to come to Vegas, wanting to do a Vegas show.
He wants to do that, and he also wants to move up to 160. He wants to fight Janibek. But at the end of the day, Zoo and Crawford is a much bigger fight.
Damn, how soon does he want to fight Janibek?
That's
Brad,
what he
and
wants.
I don't know that Bud would go to Australia, to be honest, because I've suggested that. I said I know that he has earned the right to fight wherever he wants, but it's clear that they have money over there that they're willing to invest.
It's bigger over
Um,
there.
it was just announced that Loma and Cambosis is happening in Perth. So,
Yeah,
I think that they would pull out huge money for Terrence out there. But
absolutely.
I don't know that he'd go.
I think Terrence would do it. It's all about, the money, and like I said, Terrence, he won his first title, in the other guy's hometown. He has no problem winning another title, in the other place in Australia. I think that's where it makes the most money. The only place
I
where,
agree.
the only place where it would do real well would probably be Omaha. But if you got a 40, 50,000 seat arena in Australia, it makes more sense, no?
Well, look, I was gonna say, do you think it's possible? We just saw the University of Nebraska's women's volleyball team do 90,000 at the football stadium. Do you think it's possible for Bud to do an early summer fight at the University of Nebraska's football stadium?
Yeah, but I don't think him and Zoo would be that big. It'd have to be a better name type guy. Crawford, is known worldwide now. He goes, "Oh, it's big." If Zoo comes here, to me, it's just a fight.
Brad, last time you were on the show, you gave us the date. You told us it would be another Thursday night card. We now have the opponents, Teofimo Lopez and Jermaine Ortiz, Super Bowl weekend. How
Mhm.
excited are you? I know you said you were happy with the Thursday night show last time, so how excited are you to for it to be this one and to have it on Super Bowl weekend? Uh, what expectations do you have of that event?
I think it's going to be, one of those things again where the town's jam packed, and if they're not, occupied, on a Thursday night with the Super Bowl stuff or whatever, I think people are going to come out and show up. But who knows yet? Nobody really knows. I heard tickets are doing pretty decent.
I know I've been keeping up with the activities, if you will, going on that week. I think that you guys have a lot of things going in your favor. Mandalay Bay. I don't. They're not like technically the host hotel of the Super Bowl, but they're the closest to the stadium. They have the walkway connected to the stadium, and they also are hosting the NFL Experience, which a lot of fans will be at the hotel for, and that's going on in their convention center. I'm expecting a great turnout. I'm excited for it. One question I do have though, why the wait to announce? It seemed like the fight was announced maybe 5 weeks out, if that.
What do you mean? What was announced 5 weeks out?
The Tio fight, they waited till, I mean, it was
It,
practically 5 weeks out for them to announce it.
yeah, because Teo didn't. We finally
The
finalized
opponent
it.
situation?
Say again?
It was the opponent situation. It was finding him an opponent.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, it's who
Okay.
he chose to fight. We gave him a couple options and stuff, and Jermaine was the guy that it turned out to be.
For sure. So moving forward, obviously we got to see how this turns out, but could moving forward, could we see more top ranked shows on big weekends here in Vegas? Because I personally like it. You guys aren't the only ones. The UFC's doing their thing. So I like that
Mm.
you guys are doing it, but is that something you guys can see yourselves doing moving forward?
I mean, I can see it. I don't know how valid it is or anything like that, but I definitely can see it happening. In the future.
Well,
For sure.
so you said Johnny Beck and Zoo. Has that already been explored?
Oh, no, 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 no. That's who we wanted, Nestor. Zoo.
Okay.
He was calling out Janabek. Janabek would be the last guy I would want to call out.
Oh, I know. I knew I wanted to ask you something. So, why is Abdullah Mason in the 8 rounder?
They want to start fighting eights.
So when did that happen though? What they just called you out of nowhere and said, "Nah, we want an
Yeah,
8 rounder."
yeah, but no,
Brad, I made a big stink about that because I'm like Tito Mercado is prospect of the year. The fact that he's not being labeled prospect of the year is just an unjust. And my community believes it's Abdullah Mason, and he won an award on our community. He was just had the most votes. But I'm like, bro, this guy's had 7 straight 6 rounders.
yeah.
Like, there's
He-
not a comparison to Tito Mercado.
No, no. Tito, like I said before, man, Tito's a hell of a talent, man. His
Bro.
father's doing a job. I would have voted for him for prospect of the year. But to me, the guys that he's fighting, he's more on
On
a
the
contender.
contender side.
Yeah, that's
But the
he's
sanctioning bodies are
Brad,
criminal. They don't
so
even have him ranked in the
that's
top
our thing,
15,
right?
bro. He needs
That's
representation, man. His father's being too.
Brad.
Ah.
You know this sport has a lot of words for people, and I think depending who you are, you view things certain way. Pound for pound is one of those things. Contender and prospect is one of those things. So the way I view it, and I think our kind of standard on this show is, if you are ranked by a sanctioning body, you cannot be a prospect because technically you are contending for a world title and the champ can defend against you, right? So I
yeah.
think if you're ranked, you're a contender. If you haven't been ranked, which Tito has not been ranked, you're still a prospect.
You got a point there.
Which
I'm
is
not gonna.
which is just it's an unfortunate, very criminal situation of the sanctioning bodies that because Tito Mercado's not with a major, he's forced to be a prospect. He should be top 10. He should be
Yeah, and there's
certainly top 10.
1,000% right, Nesta. There's a lot of guys, that you look at those rankings that he would beat, that are in the top 10. So
Did
it's
you
unfortunate.
sorry. Did you realize he's gonna fight with Tom Lawfer? He's got a fight on UFC Fight Pass the
Yeah,
27th.
I saw that. Yeah, yeah. The thing fell through in Miami, on the Caribe or whatever.
Yeah, he was supposed to be on DAZN on the MVP promotions card. I don't know what happened there. And he was supposed to be on Golden Boy. Arnold Barboza turned him down.
I heard
Arnold,
about that.
Arnold Barboza turned him down and fought the guy that he fought and beat.
Yeah, but
Boxing is so unfair.
let me ask you a question. If you had Arnold Barboza, would you fight Tito Mercado?
Of course not, because now you're
No,
making me a manager.
no, but that's listen, it's all risk, no reward. Arnold's paid his dues, man. And Tito's going to be in that situation where, he's not going to be denied and he's going to fight for a world title. Arnold's been fighting, for years and years to get to a position where he wants to fight for a world title, man. He doesn't want to take a risky fight that means absolutely nothing. So just, it means something to the diehard fans or whatever, but we don't have a lot of them out there, so it becomes a business, really.
No, you're not lying. You're
And
not lying.
I'm a big fan of Tito Mercado, man. He's championship material, no question.
I hope he pans out. I hope things work out, with the direction and the routes that his dad is going. I was really excited that it was going to
Brad,
be MVP because I thought, if he performed well, Jake Paul's doing amazing. To be a
Tremendous.
24-year-old, this guy is it's Turkey Al-Sheik and Jake Paul for me. I ain't even going to front.
Nesta, let me tell you something, man. I went out to that last show, that he just had where he knocked the kid out in one round.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Florida that whole week. It was so professional. The way they did everything. That Jake Paul group, it was out of 10. It was a 10, man. It was phenomenal. The way they set up the thing and the way they treated everybody was great, man. And it was a great venue also.
Yeah, I guess the right word is chivalrous, Danny. The man is taking the co-main and giving Amanda the main event. I get it, she's Puerto Rican, but he's the star. Let's be real. He's really showed his mettle in this sport for sure. You think he wins a world title though?
Oh, Jake Paul?
Yeah.
No. No. I
That's
just
what
think he's doing.
that's what he's setting his sights on. I think it's attainable at cruiserweight. No, who do we really got at cruiserweight? There's gonna be a vacant title eventually. It would be with the WBC or the WBA because he has very close relationships with both. So
Yeah, he's doing a tremendous job. He's marketable as hell. He's selling out places, doing great ratings. They should just leave it like that. He's doing great. He's great. He's great for boxing for what he's doing, but he's not there yet. And who knows if he's ever. I I respect that he wants to be a fighter. He trains like a fighter, and he got himself in shape and stuff like that. But there's more to it than that, man. You know.
Brad, I want to ask,
Hmm.
maybe you know, maybe you don't, but we spoke on Sandor Martin. Obviously, that's the 140-pound division. Uh, I've been
Yeah.
hearing conflicting reports. I was told, and I'm under the impression that Top Rank let Josh Taylor go. Is that the case?
I didn't hear anything about that. I
Well,
haven't heard anything.
since we're asking, have you heard? Is it true that Patrick Tszyu was going to be an opponent for Xander?
Yeah, that was done for February, but Xander got hurt. We're gonna get that done for June.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. So what is it? Because he was a former. Because I'm like, Patrick Teixeira and Jihad Tucker is the same level of danger. I mean, is it
Yeah.
because this guy's a world champion that they're taking? They're like ignoring Jihad Tucker. Why are they? Is it that they're not ignoring and that fight is not being offered to Xander?
It's put it like it's. I don't want to compare Xander to Arnold or anything like that, but it's like there's a reason why Arnold doesn't want to fight Tito, just like Xander, you know, doesn't want to fight a guy like Jahai.
So they're looking for bigger names. Bigger
That's what they're
names.
looking for this year. You know, he wants to fight the Teixeiras, the Austin Trouts, you know, the former world champions. He even wants to fight top 10 contenders and guys like that. Let's see how he does.
Wait,
These former
wait,
world
wait, 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 wait. You really think he could beat Trout?
Absolutely. Trout is a guy that's seen better days, man. He got no legs. And if you have no legs with Xander,
I don't even know that Trout's been stopped, Brad. What are you talking about? Like, what
who,
fight has he
who, who,
showed no legs? Like, let me
who's it,
not.
who's
Don't
he been fighting?
do
Who's
more
he been
research.
fighting
He's been fighting
before?
bare knuckle. And he's been training. Remember, he's trained by Bobby Benton. Do more research. He's not just like retired.
Bobby, I know who trains him. Bobby Ben's a great friend of mine.
I don't know. I just don't think
That's,
he's
that's
laying
how we got.
around. He won the
That's
bare
how we
knuckle
got.
fight too.
Huh?
He won his bare knuckle fight too.
I mean, and Jared Hurd stopped him.
Stop.
I don't.
Trout.
Yeah, TKO probably. You kidding me? Can't stop Trout. That was a ref stoppage.
So if he doesn't,
He ain't come out the
stop him,
corner.
he beats the shit out of him for 10 rounds.
Yeah, I gotta see it. I mean, how old is Trout, Danny? Since
Let's
you got
see.
it pulled up.
Probably about 40.
No way. Not yet.
Somewhere, 38, 39.
38. Shout out to Wilder with the 38. Fucking killed us with Joseph Parker, man. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely seen better days. You ain't wrong about that, Brad.
I watch his fights. I don't watch the kick. What is that shit?
Bare knuckle.
The bare knuckle. I don't. That's jerk off shit, man. You know.
Shout out to Treese in Toledo.
I like watching fights. I've been following up the last 3 fights where he's been fighting in Dubai and stuff like that. I look at all that. You know.
So you saying he didn't look good in those?
No,
Damn.
not at all. And not saying that Xander looked good in certain fights either, because he didn't. But, younger, fresher. I'm going with that guy, the younger, fresher guy. Let's talk about Jahai, though, man. Because I got so much respect for that kid. If you look at our stable, Jahai and Tiger Johnson have fought such tough opposition. They deserve a lot of credit, man. They
I
really
mean, I've
do.
been saying that about Tucker. I don't, it's like you guys want to cut him. He's in the worst
No,
fights.
no, no,
It's
no,
like you keep asking for Xander, we're gonna put you in an even tougher fight.
no, 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 no. He's right now. He has a bad hand. Hopefully, he can get that fixed. I've been talking with his dad. After that, we got a good game plan. This kid can be something real special, man. I saw it the other night when he fought Verone. Verone was a real solid guy, more of like a middleweight. The father even reminded me the other day that he was rated number 5 in the BA at middleweight. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
the high hung in there, man. He's gonna be okay, man. He's gonna be groomed real good, man.
He's been in tough, bro.
He
He's
really
been in
has, man. So,
tough.
so is Tiger, man. Tiger's been that. Did you see Tiger's last fight? That was a real
Let me
solid
double
fight.
check. Let me double check.
Jim Morespino. It was on the Robeisy fight when Robeisy lost on that
No.
show.
Didn't see that. Didn't see that
Solid.
because there was another card on that we were focused on,
That
and
was
then
the
we had
Haney.
that was Haney's day, and then we had to go back for the Espinoza fight, which was beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
So,
amazing.
yeah. So both of these kids, man, are gonna slow down a little bit, and fight a little bit lesser opposition.
Mm. Yeah. So is Tucker from Albany or from Brooklyn?
Originally, the dad said they were from like Queens or whatever.
Okay, Queens.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
So
You a Mets guy?
Huh?
Are you a Mets fan?
Actually, I am, believe it or not. But that's the only New York team I like, man. I'm a diehard Pittsburgh Steelers fan, man, from day one, man.
Oh, you guys just had a tough loss.
No.
What you think? You think they let Mike Tomlin go after? I mean, he has the most winning.
I'm not
What
a
is it?
Tomlin
17
guy.
straight
Yeah.
years.
I'm not a Tomlin guy, man. I think he makes
Mm.
stupid, calls, and things like that. I've never been a Tomlin guy. I think we should make a change.
Damn, not even when you guys were in your heyday.
Heyday, man, was Chuck Noll and Bill Cowler, man.
Well,
That
I'm
was a
talking heyday in my lifetime. I mean, you guys like back in 06, like mid 2000s.
06, man, shit. I'm talking about the 70s, man, in the early 80s.
Yeah, you talking like years, like decades before I was born, Bragg. I'm
Well,
just
yeah,
saying,
they
like
haven't done, they haven't done,
Mike had some winning days in my time, you know.
yeah, he won one Super Bowl in 17 years. Time to make a change, man.
I'm a Bears fan, Brad, so one is better than what the fuck I've seen.
Hey,
Trust me.
my favorite player, man, was Walter Payton. Sweetness, man. That was my favorite.
Sweetness.
He was my favorite.
Well, Brad, that is all the questions, man. I
Come on.
know. It's only because I got to go to
I
Pro
got
Box.
I got a last one for him. I got a last one for Brad. I know that you might not make these decisions. You make fights happen, but could you see Top Rank potentially working with other women in the sport?
Absolutely. We're all for it, I mean, we have Michaela, we have Sinicia Estrada, and we're constantly getting calls, with other women and stuff. I always wanted, Amanda Serrano at one point. She would be great in the garden, when we would be doing those shows and Puerto Rican weekend and stuff like that. Not saying that
Why did
it's
that never work?
not sure.
Damn.
That's more for the guys upstairs, but they not saying that it can't happen because we have a decent relationship with MVP and stuff.
Well, definitely. I know you don't do the social media thing like that, so we look forward to getting you back on, Brad. Man, thanks for coming on.
When do I come back,
Appreciate
man?
you.
I would say
talk
next
about-
week, man. Let's
talk
do it next week.
All right, I want to talk about Shushu and Troy Isley and all them guys, man.
Yeah, Troy is back. I was watching Bernie's
He's
stream. He
back
was
in
talking.
March, right?
Yeah, on the
March
on the
March 2nd in Verona.
on the Keyshawn car, right?
Nah,
Undercard of
keep
No,
Pedraza.
bro. You keep saying Keyshawn.
nah,
No.
nah. March 2nd is Brian with Brian
March.
Norman, and
Oh,
then all those featherweights. Venado Lopez against Abi and
Raymond Ford.
Ray Ford against Klamatov. You know,
so Klamatov is your guy.
yeah, it's a good
Mm.
fighter.
Yeah, no, I know. Ford is the underdog, I think, in that fight.
Yeah,
And Ford had a little suspect fight in his career.
yeah, yeah, against Edward Vasquez.
Yeah. So people, we had like 2 callers call in and talk about your guy. I've never seen him fight.
Oh no, he's solid, man.
What
He's
card
real,
was
real.
he on? Is there a card that he's on ESPN Plus that we could go back and
No,
watch?
he fought on one time on the Bally's, that station over there at Hotel
Okay.
Caribe,
Yeah.
and then
Bally
last
Sports.
yeah, and then his last fight he fought over there in England. It was shown in Europe or whatever when he knocked out the guy Thomas Ward.
Patrick Ward. Yes.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Well, Brad, we appreciate you.
yes, sir.
Definitely, we'll get you back.
Hey,
Hopefully in a week or two.
absolutely, I
Nah, next
appreciate.
week. Next week.
Please,
Same
next week.
same time. All right.
You got it.
All right.
All
Appreciate
right,
you.
Brad. Thank
There you
you.
have it, ladies and gentlemen. Top ranked matchmaker Brad Goodman, and Danny didn't tell me till an hour into the interview that autocorrect ruined his name.
No,
But
no, 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 no. Danny
but
told you instantly.
nah,
You
you
just don't
you
look
you
at your messages,
text
bro.
you text knowing that my texts are never on during
Champ.
the show because they would sound,
No,
but
I
it
know,
doesn't
but
matter.
you read it. You read it and didn't
You read
adjust
it.
it.
You read it. I didn't read it. I didn't read it.
So right
But
now, when you just ain't open my message because it
no,
sure seen read and it updated the time.
all right, champ. You're not listening. You just arguing. We going to Jonathan Kidder. You read Aiden Dyer. Aiden, it's time to become a member, man. You already sent plenty of super chats. You know it's like $3 to be a member. Negron, but he does say appreciate, and I appreciate you. Negron, $5 super chat says, Bud fan here. Let Bud not do to Boots what Spence PBC did to Bud for 3 to 4 years. If no Spence, Zoo, Canelo, then let Boots cook. True, but we all forget the position we were in when we get in the position we want, and that happened to Cotto. Cotto bitched about being put in the catchway and then became the A side and put Canelo in the catchway. Dev, $5. Just interested on your thoughts on the Broner and Haney back and forth. Hopefully that fight happens. Preferred that matchup over Ryan, to be honest. Not my preferred, but it works with my shirt, and the champ gave me authorization to produce the shirt with FTWR, so we producing it. And if he really fights Broner, we could take out the word next and add Broner. You feel me? We got CYP. We got
Yeah,
to
I'm
that.
not.
Say again.
I'm not the biggest on the fight. I've spoken. We
I
got
mean,
Optimus Prime
I don't even know
$10
how
that
that
says
fight's gonna
Keem.
happen. They're gonna have to pay step aside because now the top rank signed Sandor. I don't even know
Who
how that
give a
fight.
fuck? That should not do till December.
Oh, you're right about that. I always forget that.
Optimus Prime $10 says Keem 2024 Caller of the Year. Nigel B, welcome to the prospect level.
He been called of the year. It's just that he doesn't call in. He's a very hands-on, worker. So he's doing the HVACs. Welcome, Nigel. We got Lake County. CYP has time to call in and super chat daily for hours during the week, but no time to actually watch the fights one night during the week. Watch them later. Lake County, $5. CYP fights come on at the end of the day on YouTube. I circumvent the playback a later time around my life and business. You just don't watch fights. Fool. Lake County right back at us. $2 more.
$2. CYP, whatever you say. You joke, more time to talk. Ryan Fraser, $5 Canadian, says, "Hey Brad, if you ever need an exciting super welter, check out Joshua Fraser from Toronto, Canada, 6'3" Southpaw." Lake County back with another one, $5, says, "Yup, I pay more money because I can, and it won't make or break me. I spend daily. LOL, yo clown ass try to call out people who don't spend, you hypocrite." Lake County, $5, says, "When have you ever heard me call in? I just super chat my replies daily. I only call in to Mike on Sports. Suleiman nominated for Counterpuncher of the Year because of me. I pay for them." Lake County back with another $2. Again, you have time for this, but not to watch fights? Then $2, Modern King Boxing just showing love with a thumbs up. Hot Boxing Minute showing love with $5, says, "Great interview with Brad Goodman to start my work day. Big ups to Ness and Ringwalk Danny for the hard work. Hit up that thumbs up." And shout out to Hot Boxing Minute, definitely the best on TikTok with the boxing content.
Word.
New York Bullet $2 says, "Happy B-Day to the GOAT, Muhammad Ali, most legendary fighter ever."
Laugh out loud.
Indeed.
He said laugh out loud.
LOL. Yeah, he put
And
LOL.
he
That was
know why,
finesse.
cause he
But
cause he feel like
indeed
you
it
and
is
I
his
that it's
birthday.
Floyd. Cause he feel
$2,
like you
Tip
and I that it's
Bayless.
Floyd.
Have you hit up Keith while you're in Florida, Ness?
Nah, bro, I'm not trying to babysit. No,
What you mean by that?
because all he do
I
is
don't get
hang
it.
with his kids these days. He don't fight. Yo, I gotta go. We'll be back. Probably not today though because we got Pro Box. But yeah, I got an appointment, so I'm gonna have to end the show. Nes GTO,
Tomorrow morning?
Instagram and Twitter. Peace.
Arrivederci.